This episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast is brought to you by Onnit and their natural serotonin booster, New Mood. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter which plays an important part in regulation of learning, mood, as well as sleep, and New Mood is designed to be the most effective natural serotonin booster in existence. For our listeners, get 10% off when you use promo code ROOSTER at onnit.com/gaming. That's ONNIT.com/gaming. This episode is also brought to you by the new Squarespace. Squarespace.com introduces a new content management system, making it faster and easier to create a high-quality website, blog, or online portfolio. With professional designs and website templates optimized for any size smartphone, tablet, or computer. For a free trial and 10% off new accounts, go to squarespace.com/roosterteeth and use offer code roosterteeth10. That's roosterteeth and the numbers 1 and 0. Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. How many times do you think I've said that? 188 times?
Is it 188 podcasts as of today?
As of today.
I would say you've said it
188
times.
Did you say that on the first couple of podcasts?
No, I think we just kind of started the first few podcasts like mid-sentence.
I would always tell someone to try to sing a theme song.
The first podcast is Jeff going, "You define."
Yes.
I would always say, Gus, go with the theme song.
And I'd be like, no.
Joel, go with the theme song. And then nobody would ever sing
That's a
except
really
for,
good trivia question.
What's that?
What was the first thing ever said on a podcast?
I think that was a bit of trivia we used at the Geeks Who Drink trivia contest at RTX.
You are correct.
The first words ever uttered on a Rooster Teeth podcast.
Well, now, that's what led to the user-submitted songs.
Yes.
Which we have not yet reintegrated.
We were going to try to do it this week. We had some technical issues. I think they're going to make their appearance back next week.
Okay.
I have a great one that's ready.
Just like waiting in the wings.
When was this one submitted?
This one was submitted April 2011. No, April? August 2011, the other A month.
That's like, what's over a year ago?
14 months.
Over a year ago. That's what I just said.
It's 2 years ago by my logic.
I know, right? It's in 2 years. The song takes place over the course of 2 years. It's a 2-year-long song.
We're getting better. I've gotten to the point where we have a lot of shitty songs, so I can blow through weeks at a time to get to the one that I'm actually going to use.
Nice. Do you think these songs are getting better and better just by hearing other songs?
Some of them are pretty good. Occasionally we get some really good ones. Yeah, come on.
No.
Step it up.
It's a big
My favorite ones are definitely the
miss
ones
to hit ratio.
where people just pick really obscure lines that nobody remembers saying, but combined with a bit of music are really funny.
Yeah, it's usually like some like beat bed.
My
which
favorite
in
one
itself was an obscure quote.
Yeah.
Beat beds, and then like something that somebody said like one time 400 podcasts ago.
Are you muted?
Maybe.
God damn it.
So
Gavin went to the bathroom and I was like, turn your mic on when you come back.
did you mute yourself?
I was in the middle.
What does that mean? You're in the middle. What does that mean?
I didn't push the switch all the way over.
Oh Christ! God, so embarrassing.
So I've switched to a wired mic this week, so now I will never be muted again. Eventually we'll have to get you one as well. That way you won't have a mute.
Yay! I can't be trusted.
No,
So-
you
With
can't be
peeing
trusted.
and then
I
going
have
on mic.
not yet had any problems with unmuting my mic, just so you know.
You're
Don't
like,
say that.
You're like a reverse camel. You never go to the bathroom, though.
I go to the bathroom all the time. How dare you? How dare you? You criticize my bathroom habits. How many times a day do you go to the bathroom?
I don't know. 3, 4? I think 4.
You go to the bathroom 4 times a day?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I never really think about it.
If I have one coffee, I go like 9 times. If I have no coffee, maybe once.
You're really subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just talking about this earlier. Have you ever had a death piss?
What does that mean?
It's where you sit down and you're aimed between both the toilet seats, and you end up pissing like through the front of
Does
the
that
toilet
only
onto
happen
the
to
door.
dudes?
Would it have to go?
It would be pretty impressive if a girl was able
Yeah.
to do that.
They
Piss
have a
directly
really
forwards.
powerful system going on down
Yeah.
there if they can do that.
Have you ever done
I don't
that?
know why did we even get on that topic of conversation? We were waiting over here before we started the podcast. And
Yeah.
We started talking about weird pissing scenarios.
Because that's all we ever talk about is either bathroom or genitalia.
Have you not ever done that?
Done what? Piss to a door?
You just no. You just have the correct elevation on your John Thomas that it just goes shooting like under the seat you're sitting on, but through the actual ceramic.
Okay, first of all, you sit down to pee all the time.
I do.
So that's probably a lot more common for you. But yes, I have had that problem before. And you often don't realize it until it's far too late.
Way
Yeah.
too late.
Yeah. It feels like there should be something on the front of a toilet seat where like there's the toilet seat and then it curves up like this into a little arch and just funnels piss back down into the bowl.
What would you call that?
Death piss prevention.
The trap.
Yeah.
You'd bump your John Thomas out and blame
The
me
piss
for
return.
it, I'm sure.
yeah. The return lane.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I'm actually surprised whenever, I'm surprised that you had a bathroom accident recently, which
Oh, right.
Which accident?
you had. What do you mean?
You have
which
to ask
one?
which?
How many times do you have a bathroom accident?
Are you talking about the one in Australia?
No,
Why
I'm
do
talking
you
about when
think
you
you
almost
have a
shit your
toilet?
pants in the office the other day.
Well, I got a bad reputation for that. I had to.
Yes, because you're a grown man who shit his own
I
pants.
did not shit my pants.
Then why did you tweet you shitted your pants?
I didn't
You
tweet
shit
that.
your pants.
Everyone else.
Shat.
I was unsure.
Yeah, make it you feel comfortable.
I basically was unsure. I had I guess I ate something weird, and I was like, that could have been bad. And I rushed to the toilet to check. It was fine, false alarm. But the fact that I just got up and legged it out of the room, everyone just tweeted that I shit my pants. in
Yeah.
front of everyone.
Didn't Jeff shit his pants once during a recording?
Jeff did. We were playing a baseball. We were doing a let's play in
You
baseball.
did MLB
And,
2K12.
I
think.
made him laugh so much that he shit his pants.
Yeah, is that how they're naming those things still? Is 2K12?
Yeah.
I saw a pre-roll on YouTube the other day, and it was the story of the guy who won the $1 million challenge with that MLB franchise.
The guy who pitched a perfect game?
He was the first person to pitch a perfect game, yeah. And he had studied it and gotten it all down, and it was the whole story of how he did. I think he's a history teacher or band teacher.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There was a whole YouTube video about it, like a documentary.
Yep,
I
that
think.
was part of pre-roll, a campaign that they were running. So
That was really
Who
cool.
put that out? Does the game developer put that out?
sure, why not? Who
guess
else
so.
would do it?
To promote that their game is exploitable? I guess he didn't exploit. He pitched it naturally, right?
No, yeah. What do you think? That you think he cheated?
I don't know. Seems weird.
It was their contest. I mean, they put up $1 million. They should get something out of it.
I guess so. Get a few views out of it.
That would be the weirdest thing to explain to someone how you're so friggin' rich, is because you pitched a perfect game in a fake baseball
I
game.
spent hours of my life practicing this video game.
So he earned more pitching that perfect game in the video game than a standard base salary baseball player does in a year,
Sorry,
right?
how much did he
Maybe
get?
I think
$1
base
million.
$1 million. Is it one of those things where he gets a lump million, or it's you get 40 grand for 40
It's
years?
probably paid out over time.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Although
Worst prize ever.
they really fuck you over in the U.S. with lotteries, right? They take what,
50%.
50% of your earnings. In Canada, they take none.
Really?
What does that mean?
But in Canada, you have to answer a math question.
Oh no,
What does that mean?
they don't take any of your earnings when you win the lottery in Canada.
No, that part I understood, Barb. What's the thing about the math question?
I think, and I may be wrong. I'm sure we'll get corrected by the audience feedback, but I think you can't win a game of chance in Canada. It has to be a game of skill. So if you win a game of chance, to get your prize, you have to answer a basic arithmetic question.
Oh, bullshit.
That
So
makes
it's-
it sound awesome.
Is
Yeah.
playing Monopoly slightly different then if you land on chance? You have to answer a math question
I don't
first.
think there's any real money exchanged in playing Monopoly.
That would be fun though, if you were rich enough to play real Monopoly.
You would replace all
Yeah,
the money
real
with
money.
actual
I'll take your house and this street and this building.
So, Barb, real quick, what is the hashtag that people can use on Twitter to send us questions?
Send us questions. The hashtag they could use is RT Podcast.
So use hashtag, not
Or
pound
pound sign, whatever you wanna call
RT Podcast, or you can send it to @BernieBurns, and I'm looking at both of them there.
Why, were people actually doing it with the pound?
No,
the
well, that's
same-
what we call the pound sign here in America.
Right.
We
You
had this
call it-
discussion last week,
I
you
just thought you
idiot.
said not the pound sign.
Well, people don't know what pound signs is now.
They were
They know what a
making fun of me.
hashtag is.
Yeah, can you imagine people, our British listeners might actually
Yeah.
start putting out their
Everyone in
pound.
the UK do the sterling pound sign, followed by RT podcast.
RT Podcast. Cash money.
We'll have a way to filter and ignore all of those questions instantly.
If you want to be ignored, do that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You're going to be back in the UK for MCM Expo here pretty soon.
That's
Yeah.
2 weeks, right?
Are you happy to go back to the motherland? Going to visit the Queen?
I was just there in July. I feel like it's, I'm not that excited about it.
The weather's pretty shitty this time of year, right?
Oh, it's all year. You were talking earlier about how there was it rains for one day in Austin and there's wet floor signs all over a restaurant because people can't handle rain apparently on their feet.
Doesn't it rain all the time in the UK?
Yeah, I mean, if we did that, there'd be a wet floor sign on every floor.
It would just be
everywhere.
the tile would be replaced
Yeah.
by the wet floor signs.
Every floor, yeah, it'd be paved with be careful, it's slippery.
Could I just tell you, the weather here at this time of the year is awesome.
This is like the 3 weeks in Austin when it's
It's
fucking
awesome.
Yep.
I'm used to the weather being, maybe, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but 8 degrees, 6 degrees.
That sounds
maybe.
really cold.
Yeah, it is cold. I would say, I think it's low 40s,
Okay.
maybe. My math is probably wrong on that, but it's just miserable. And here it's oh, t-shirt, cool, you got it.
You'll
I
be
miss
wearing
summer.
shorts in December.
Yeah.
Here.
I guess that's a good segue for this. We have some new merchandise. I want to show one of these things off.
Oh, cool.
This, I can just hit the store. Yeah, here it is. It's a
It's
Project
gonna hit
Freelancer hoodie.
on Wednesday.
Oh, it hits the store on Wednesday, so it hits the store tomorrow.
Or
so
today.
if you're cold, and you need to get something warm, check that out.
And
It's,
if,
it's available now. Brian is very proud of it. It's got the Rooster Teeth thing on the yoke. And Barbara's got another thing that's coming out in the store.
If you are not cold, if you're hot lady in particular, we have a new Achievement Hunter Girls Cut shirt. It's a V-neck. The material is fucking awesome. It's going to be available on Friday. So,
Does feel good.
roosterteeth.com/store. We also have a new store.
You redesigned the store. That
Redesigned
launched
the
last
store.
week. That was much smoother launch than I was expecting. It was nice.
Well, I mean, it's hard to have a really bad launch when something's so
Except
awesome.
if you use Internet Explorer.
It didn't work in Internet Explorer. That might be a little hiccup.
It's our number 3 most used browser to browse the site.
So real quick, what are the most used browsers for roosterteeth.com?
Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Safari.
Listen, if you fuckers on Twitter keep texting me or tweeting to me that honey doesn't expire, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Defiantly doesn't
Well, why
expire.
would you bring attention to that?
I don't know what else to do. I'm just gonna appeal to people's better senses and say, please, just don't tweet it to me
Does
anymore.
peanut butter go?
Yeah, I'm sure it does,
Yes,
Gavin.
it's only honey that doesn't.
Please
only
let
honey.
Gavin
Ketchup.
know if
No, ketchup was
peanut
bad.
butter expires or not.
It's very difficult for ketchup to go bad.
I didn't realize that honey was bee vomit.
You know,
What did you think honey was?
I just thought it was like they just emitted this substance like.
What if honey was it?
I didn't realize they like eat nectar and then just lean over into a bucket and just chunk a load of honey out.
that would be awesome. What if you puked honey though? I would do it all the time just for fun.
Do you think people would?
Or what if you puked something like? What if you puked dog food? Like you puked, you're like, uh-oh, the dog needs to eat. There you go, buddy. Enjoy that.
That's not gonna spoil. So
What if you puke something that another animal comes and eats?
oh yeah, if your puke was a delicacy. Did you ever see the movie Alien Nation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They drink spoiled milk.
They drink spoiled milk. That's what makes them drunk. Is spoiled milk.
And they
The
couldn't-
aliens.
And they melt in the ocean, don't they?
Yeah,
or
they
something?
couldn't get wet.
Yeah.
Sounds like
They
someone I
couldn't-
know.
yeah.
Wink.
Was it any water or was it salt water?
Salt water was like battery acid to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So they
Yeah, I remember there was like, didn't they tie some guy to the front of a car and then like push the car into the ocean?
something like they just drug a dude out, like the
Yeah.
humans drug an alien out, and they're fine.
Wasn't there an Alien Nation TV show as well?
There was.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It was a pretty decent sci-fi movie because it had Mandy Patinkin as the alien. What was the name of the alien?
I don't remember.
San Francisco.
Sam Francisco.
So all the aliens, when they immigrated, the people got tired of giving them the names all day, so they started giving them really stupid names. So all the aliens that you run into in the movie, they all have really stupid names. Even like the top level gangster characters was like a Bill Shakespeare. and
Sounds
stuff
like
that.
Worms Let's Play.
Yeah. Come up with funny
They
names.
just
for
give
worms.
them.
Yeah,
really
eventually
funny
get tired of
names.
it.
We've been talking about alienation a lot when that district. What was that? movie?
District
District 9.
District 9. Because it was similar. In the,
Yeah, it was kind of similar.
like integrating aliens with humans.
I love that movie.
I thought it was okay. That's good.
It was a good movie.
Has
It's unexpected.
he hasn't done a follow up to it?
If
Blue
only
Camp.
Jack was here, we could have him look it up on IMDb. and
All right,
let us
God, the guy can't live that down, can he? He's not even here.
know. No, I don't think he's done a follow-up.
Blomkamp.
He's working on something, I think. I feel like they
I'm
announced
sure he
what-
is.
I feel like they announced what it was recently.
District 10.
He made a statement that was so disturbing. So,
Who, Jack?
No, Neil Blomkamp. So Neil Blomkamp was the director that was tied to the Halo movie when it was with Universal,
Yes.
right? And Peter Jackson was going to be the executive producer, but Peter Jackson wasn't going to direct it. This young kid, who wasn't really a kid, but it was first-time director, was going to direct the Halo movie. That kind of fell apart, and he ended up directing District 9 as a result, which is based on his short called Alive in Joburg,
Yes.
which you can look up online, and we'll link it in the link dump.
It's like a 9-minute long short, I believe.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's really
it's awesome.
cool. And anyway, we went to a screening at the Alamo. I actually went with the cinematics director of Bungie when they were working on, I think, ODST at the time?
Yeah.
As CJ. And we were sitting in the audience, and Blomkamp was there, and I don't know the name of the actor, but he played Vicus, the main character.
Yeah.
South African dude. And
Sholto Copley.
is that his name? Oh, that's,
How
wow.
did you know that?
It's a good reference.
He's in the A-Team.
Oh, is he really?
Didn't even need IMDb.
There it is, right there. That's the way the world used to
Second
work.
Jack.
People would know information. Anyway, he said during the Q&A, somebody asked about the Halo movie, and I think District 9 cost about $40 million, but it looked like it cost about $150 million. Whereas the budget for Halo was, I think at that time was like $150, $130 million.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, we made, we did as much as we could with 40 million, 45 million, but we applied the same methodology to the $130 million budget. So we would have had a $130 million movie that looked like a, $600 million movie. And
would
just
look
hearing
like-
that statement, I was like,
Yeah, that'd been cool.
No
Yeah.
one knows. It's so hard to do those budgets, but no one knows exactly how much money was spent making Avatar, right? It's impossible
Wasn't
to
it said like
tell.
$500 million or something like that?
I think I've heard numbers like that,
Yeah.
but I think it's.
But then
it's
it
one of
made
those
like
things that's impossible to
$3
tell.
billion. So, lol, YOLO.
YOLO.
Man, speaking of YOLO, we've been watching that train simulator bitch
Oh
video
my
over
God.
and over
Should we pull it
in
up?
my office. You can look at it on YouTube.
Yeah, Jack was watching
I don't
one of
want
those.
to spoil it for
It
anyone.
is
We'll put it in the
amazing.
link up.
We'll put it in the link up.
There's a TV in Gus's office that hasn't been hooked up to the wall for a really long time. We put it up strictly to put that video up on that TV. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Train simulator, bitch, motherfucker, where you at?
That TV's pretty cool. It's one of those Google TVs that's like a web browser and
Yeah.
all kinds of
The remote is
all kinds
great.
of stuff built into it. The remote's kind of crappy, but the rest of it's good.
I got the new dashboard for the Xbox today.
Did you?
For some reason, I got it and no one else did. But the
Aren't you?
Internet Explorer app is actually pretty good.
So I was
It's
with
actually-
you.
Wait,
I
there's a
remember now.
there's a web app?
Yeah,
Internet
Internet Explorer for Xbox.
I was with you the first
Wow,
time you launched
that's
Internet
pretty
Explorer. I was in the Achievement Hunter office, standing by Gavin. He's like, "Oh, look, let's try Internet Explorer." First website he goes to, Pornhub.
YouPorn.
That's what you just
YouPorn,
did.
never mind.
I just punched in porn.com. We were sitting here.
The first actual thing I did was pornography.com, but it's not even a real website. Just like one of those placeholder ones.
Really?
Which is
Really?
a waste.
Total waste.
Yeah.
Dude, we've talked about the saga of porn.com before.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a saga.
yeah, somebody owned. It's a very valuable
it was
domain.
sex.com.
Sex.com.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Does that exist?
Sex.com?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think that's huge, right?
I would think so.
So the guy who owned Sex.com, he had it. Like, he had it owned, and I'm going from memory here, Gus, but he had the website, and then somebody else just showed up and said, "Oh, that's my website now."
Yeah.
And they got it away from them.
Yeah, I think they stole it from the registrar.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And they could prove it and everything, but there was like, for some reason, there was nothing anybody could do about it. And it was a battle that lasted like 8 years, and the domain was valued, I think, at like $7 million or something like that.
Wow.
Do you think full penetrative intercourse
Go ahead.
is a real website?
Fullpenetrativeintercourse.com.
You don't want to bring this up on the stream and let people watch?
Penetrative. Oh, it already showed up in my search history. Penetrative. What is it? Sex?
Intercourse.
Gavin.
Intercourse.
Please, we're a lot more classy here on the Rooster Teeth
Full
podcast.
You're struggling to spell penetrative,
intercourse.com.
Penetrative.
No, it is not.
Somehow the topic of penetration
I'm
very
sure
common.
that it is
with
What the
Gavin.
fuck,
probably
though?
registered now.
Oh, you know what did show up though is like there's like a search thing on here.
Yeah.
And it said it's an article about a sex aid that is used to prevent full penetration during sexual intercourse. It's a patent filed for this thing.
What?
Wait, what does it prevent?
And
Is it the thing with the spike?
one of the
Have you heard
one of the
about that?
related
What?
patents.
The like Rape X, it's
Yeah.
called. Have you heard about Rape X?
Yes,
What
That's
is
terrifying. Rape X is something that
it's a condom.
women put inside their
that?
hoo-hoos
Like a femidom.
Femidom.
that has like, you know how when you reverse onto those spikes when you're like not
Backing
supposed
up a
to
rental car?
back up? They're like
It, like,
that, but
shreds your
they're
tires.
facing that way.
Right.
So if a guy puts his John Thomas in a woman
Yeah.
and pulls it out, it like latches
which
onto
he
it.
kind of has to pull out
Yes.
at some point.
So it
That's
just
just
latches onto
promoting him
his.
to stay in there longer.
No, because he can't like. It's like the spikes are all this direction.
Yeah.
So when Jonathan goes this way, then he
Sorry to
comes
anyone
back
named
and all of
Jonathan.
the hooks go in.
So why would he come back?
Well, you're not just gonna stay in there.
Absolutely, you would.
You're gonna
If
live
that-
the rest of your life like this? Like, well, I guess this is the situation.
You
I'm
also,
gonna have to
like-
learn how to deal with this.
See,
like driving a car, buying a house. Like,
should
what's
just-
that? Oh, that's a long story. I've had that thing so long I forgot about it.
You should just propose right there and then. Just be
Yeah.
like, let's spend the rest of our lives
I don't
together
think
at
you
this
know
point.
about it until you pull out. Like I don't know if they could actually feel it going in because
Yeah.
the spikes are facing the.
He's like, ribbed for my
Opposite
pleasure.
It's really ribbed.
All someone needs to do is put on a hard shell
right.
and go in first with that.
They don't know it's in there.
Like, I don't know. I
So
don't-
like something to counteract this thing.
No, just something to test the water. Just be
A
like,
hard shell. Why would
Oh,
you
okay.
test the water when you're raping a woman?
Right.
So
I
don't
don't
wanna
know.
get
I've
on
never
something.
raped, so I don't know.
Yeah. Can you imagine the person though that would make a product that to circumvent the anti-rape device? What company would do that?
Where,
How would they
where would you
sleep at
sell?
night?
Like, where would you buy that? Like, can I get
know.
the anti-rape device, please?
You would need iridium to do that. All right. So let me see. So this is a patent that showed up: sex aid to prevent full penetration during sexual intercourse. Construction shaped in such a way to comfortably prevent the penis from fully entering the vagina during sexual intercourse, thereby preventing the tip of the penis from impacting on the cervix and causing pain. This is a really specific patent. This sex aid is designed to solve a specific problem relating to painful sexual intercourse between heterosexual couples when the man's penis is longer than average. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Or the woman's cervix is lower than average.
Wow.
Or the woman uses an intrauterine device.
We've all been there. Am I right, guys?
Here's what's scary. Here's what's scary.
High five.
These are related patents. Motorized deployment system is related to this. Sterilized draping for the bore of a medical imaging system. And unibody articulation interface. I don't know what. All those are somehow related to this thing, I guess, are contributing to this patent.
Like, that's bizarre.
A motorized deployment system really, I think, worries me more than anything else.
Can you imagine, like, having to gas it up? Like, how is it powered? Like,
Good Lord.
Put a little bit of gasoline in there.
Gas-powered vajayjay.
So,
So in answer to your question, no.
not-
FullPenetrativeIntercourse.com is not available.
Please do not draw any, what was it, gas-powered vajayjay? No fan art of that, please. I request.
so I think, like, at this point in the podcast, we should talk about something that's not related to genitals. So if you have any topics to hand.
Well, I've got something to talk about.
Guess I have a
I
story.
do too.
So I was talking to my mother the other day on the phone, and
that's a segue.
I grew up in this small town on the Texas-Mexico border, and everyone there is fucking stupid. And she was telling me that some sheriff's deputies got in trouble recently because these sheriff's deputies had to go from the border, they had to go up to Oklahoma to get a prisoner. Then they had to escort this prisoner back in their squad car, you know, and it's a long trip.
How long?
I don't know, it's probably like 12 hours or so. So on the way back, they decided to stop here just outside of Austin, just south of Austin in San Marcos, and get something to eat. But they didn't want to leave the prisoner alone in the car, so they took the prisoner out of the car to go eat with them. But they didn't just go to a restaurant, they went to a bar.
Oh my God.
And so they took the prisoner in his orange jumpsuit and shackled up to the bar,
With
and they
his
started
fucking
drinking
handcuffs?
with him.
What, like buying him drinks and stuff?
No, they didn't buy him drinks, but they started drinking.
Oh.
And then other people at the bar were so disturbed that there were law enforcement officers in uniform with guns and a prisoner drinking at the bar that they called the San Marcos police. When the guys from my town realized that the local police showed up, they ran out the back door to try to get away, ran to their squad car, and then drove off to try to escape.
So there's police outrunning the police?
Yeah, so it was police escaping from the police. But of course, everyone knew who they were because they're in a fucking squad car with like the city name and everything on it. So,
Why wouldn't they just fucking drop him off and then go get?
why would they drink on the road? They still
none of this
from
makes
here. They still
sense.
had another 3 hours to drive
Oh.
to get back to where I grew up.
What a bunch
Still.
of fucking idiots,
How-
dude.
how
A bunch of
much can you
fucking
not
idiots.
watch?
When did that happen?
This happened last week,
That-
on like 10 days ago, I think.
That is incredible.
This was
That is
recent.
incredible.
Yeah, it was just a few days ago.
Holy
like,
shit.
I used to work at a law office when I was down there, like in towards the end of high school, and part of that was I had to look through a lot of police reports because we did a lot of personal injury stuff, and there were like every police report was like constantly every other word was misspelled. Like the illustrations and descriptions of accidents didn't match. It was like, this is impossible. How did this happen? Like everyone on there's so fucking stupid.
Wow.
I'm so glad I don't live there anymore.
Seriously.
So
That sounds
So
terrible.
a question that showed up in Twitter was, are we going to reveal what we've been talking about off camera over here for like the last 2 or 3
Bum.
weeks?
yeah, I'm told we have a picture of it.
We do have a picture of it. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna post it up on Rooster Teeth here in a second, and then we're gonna link it on Reddit so that people can go see it on Reddit
Cool.
and vote it up, because this is a really cool thing that was
Upvote
made
it.
for us.
Which
by a
subreddit are we
local
linking it?
artist. I'll put it up. I'll let people know
Okay.
once I get it put up. I'll put a journal entry up that has the link to the.
Brandon,
Reddit
you want to put if the guys in the control room could put that picture up.
Yeah, where am I supposed to grab this thing, guys? I'm
Oh,
heard it's
there
Oh,
it
that's
is.
cool.
Yeah, that's it. So that is a couch, a Rooster Teeth couch, obviously teeth couch made by, that's Kayla Chroma right there. Guys may remember this. Kayla made the hamburger bed, which was a huge viral hit a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
And the Star Wars
Millennium Falcon.
Millennium
I like that
Falcon
you
bed.
can go viral making a bed.
Yeah, she made I think the hamburger, yeah, it's a hamburger bed. This is a Rooster Teeth couch. So it like fully articulates and opens up, like it's automated. Opens
It
up.
has
Yeah, there's a remote-
400 pounds of force
Yeah.
in those hydraulics.
Yeah, there's
so
a remote control to open and close it, and she was very specific in telling us that we should not have anything in the teeth when they close because it really will crush it.
yeah, you'll die, basically. But that thing is surprisingly comfortable.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought it would be made out of wood and it just had like some kind of carpet on it, but it's actually like memory foam.
Yeah.
And,
It might be the softest thing I've ever sat on.
Yeah, it's like that shag kind of carpet feel on top, but even softer.
yeah.
Hey, can somebody tell me where I can grab that so I can post it up? So I'd like to put it online.
Yeah, if someone could just send that picture to Bernie, that way we can have it online.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
We'd really appreciate it. Yeah, we've been trying to find a way to show that. It's right over there. It's just off to our side, but we don't have enough lights for it. Unfortunately, we're very limited in our lighting.
It's very vain. It needs to be lit properly before it's
You
shown
gotta
on
make sure it
camera.
looks good. You don't want her to have put all that hard work into it and then like show it off in a shoddy manner.
Hey, I think it looks good in any light.
It feels good in any light. Wink.
There's always been talk about slapping Joe the cat in that thing and shutting it on him to see if he could.
He likes jumping up there when it's closing.
He's an idiot, that's why.
Yeah.
Does light weigh anything?
Does light weigh anything?
Like, does a photon of light?
No.
There's no mass.
No.
What if light?
Are you sure?
No. It doesn't.
I would think it does, because isn't light a particle and a wave?
No.
Well, because light can bounce off stuff, can't it?
Right.
So it has to impact in some
Oh
way.
shit! Are we talking about science?
How
What
do
is
we always get on
stick?
these
What
two
is
subjects?
What is
Hey,
the
we
weight of a
actually have a
photon?
legitimate thing to talk about in science this week.
Yes.
Oh, the dude.
Because the
Felix.
dude, Felix Baumgarten, dropped out of the...
Baumgarten.
Yeah. What's his name? Baumgarten? What's his name?
Bauer, I don't know, Baum something.
Baum
I stop after the
something.
B-A-U-M, I'm like, Baum, that guy.
The
From
guy
now on,
dropped
it's
out
gonna
of
be
the
Baumgarten.
stratosphere. We don't know his last name. We should find out. Felix Baumgarten, right?
Baumgarten.
Baumgarten. Baumgarten.
Wait, I swear we were talking about a
He's
guy.
bombarding the earth
We were talking about this.
with his body.
We were talking about this recently, though, like a few months ago, maybe, about the guy who had the previous record for doing that.
We're talking about it a couple weeks ago, because I
Yeah.
think this recent attempt was supposed to have been done earlier, but they had to delay it for some reason. And I think we talked about it before, his
Yeah.
first initial attempt.
Dude, that guy went, like, he just jumps out. He's just like, the video from his little platform.
That's crazy,
awesome.
like you could see the curvature of the earth.
I wonder, like,
That's
what
amazing.
kind of accuracy you can have up there. Like, could he pick a point and just be like, I'm going to go there?
Probably, because he's falling from so far.
Yeah. Like, you think,
can,
like,
you can angle to
if
it.
you were here, you have, like, that much angle. But if you're here, you have, like...
It
you
has
can
a
go-
much greater effect.
Yeah. I
guess you have
I'm
to, like,
sure you
bend
couldn't
your
go to like
body.
the horizon.
No,
I'm sure
it's
that's
not
like
Superman.
Yeah.
But I wonder what the square mileage of the area you can land in from that point is.
Yeah.
It's probably like, I bet he landed exactly where he wanted
I wonder
to.
if he had studied maps. Like he was like, I need to land here, otherwise I'm gonna wait forever for someone to come get me.
He didn't want the convenience. He's like, I've been to space and back, but I don't want to wait an hour for a helicopter to come pick me up. It was freaking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that was everywhere, and everyone was tweeting about it and talking about it.
How can you like?
So why
Let me
is
say-
every woman attracted to this?
I'm attracted to him.
But it's a stupid thing to do, to drop out of space.
He was looking at the Earth.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have to
Listen,
admit.
Just
any
stood
guy
up
in
there.
uniform is
Who
attractive.
sponsored it, Gavin?
That's true.
I don't know who sponsored it.
Red
You don't know
Bull.
who sponsored it?
No.
Nazis have
Red Bull.
uniform.
God damn it! I said Gavin on purpose.
You didn't know, so I answered. I'm
See, but I
sorry.
mean, that's the kind of thing. It's like I wonder how much money they spent on like preparing and organizing this and executing, and you didn't know it was Red Bull that did it.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Red Bull.
Hey, speaking of which, I got to say something. Somebody sent us a 4-pack, 2 4-packs of some kind of Halo 4 energy drink, and they shipped it all the way from Australia. I guess because they thought we'd like Halo 4 energy drinks that they sell in Australia. For those 8 cans, the kid spent $113 to ship that from Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
What, from
That's fucking
importing it?
crazy.
Yeah.
Did he have to? Like, why was it so much just shipping?
Because he's from fucking Australia, and
Yeah.
he's shipping these like 8 heavy cans.
Crazy.
Jeez.
I would never spend that much on you.
No, I agree. I agree.
Like I wonder, like how much were the drinks? It probably couldn't have been more than a couple bucks.
Right, exactly. I mean, I appreciate it. Yeah, we should go get them. We should try them. They're in the fridge next door. We should
It's
try.
it's situations you have to deal with when you're living internationally, shipping things to the U.S. Most of the time, shipping is going to be more expensive than the thing you're sending.
Well, Barb, we deal with that, but shipping stuff out, to our
Yeah.
customers overseas. We've been trying to look for a fulfillment situation or solution, I should say, in both Canada and the UK for a really long time. We finally have a really cool one in Australia
Yes,
that handles all of our DVDs.
they're awesome. I don't think. Oh, it is twist off. Look
Shout
at
out
you.
to Eric,
Yeah, shout out to Eric Cherry at Hannibee.
Yes.
Who
Shout
does
out
that
to your
stuff for
drinking
us?
skills.
a legend.
Yeah, they do a lot of great stuff for us. It's probably a good thing for people who try to buy stuff down there in that part of the world. I'm sure it cuts shipping times down tremendously.
Yeah, they probably get it in 1 week rather than like 5 weeks
Yeah.
or something. People message me all the time being like, I ordered something last week, where is it? I'm like, well, it's coming from
I
the
actually,
US.
because the RVB DVD used to always take ages to get to me in the UK, and I took a video of myself getting each one, And I've still got them all. One day I'm just going to make a back-to-back compilation of me getting the
Getting
DVD
older?
each year. Yeah, and getting older and more unattractive.
Someone I follow, or someone I know here in town, I don't know why I made me think, I guess the mail made me think about it. I think it was when Halo Reach came out. He had pre-ordered it from Amazon or someplace online, and he didn't have a mailbox at his house. He said at his community they have like centralized mailboxes that they all have to walk to, and so he went out there to get it one day, and the mailman had like fit it in there. It barely fit, but it fit so tightly that he couldn't get the game out of his mailbox.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's like
no.
he
It was like a different-
because from the back the mailman could put it in, but from the front it was like it was
So
the
did he have
smaller
to just
inch.
wait until the
No, he
mailman
said he
came
got
back?
a knife and like reached in and cut it open and pulled the disc out, and then waited to try to and left a note for the mailman to like
Take the
get
box
to get it out and drop it off for him.
I would just wait until the mailman showed back up. Pull that.
The next day, he'd like
Yeah.
sit there like just waiting like a sad
That must
puppy.
be so frustrating just to be able to see it and touch it, but not have it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that's probably the best approach is to cut it open and pull it out.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you guys watch the guy fall? Like watch his descent to Earth?
I didn't watch it live. I watched the video after it was done.
That was fucking crazy. Did you see when
So-
he went to that spin?
So
And he was just like spinning, and he went. Like, go ahead.
he went like 800 miles an hour, or 700.
Yeah.
He's the
broke
first
the-
person to break the sound barrier without any mechanical device of any kind.
So
Not even an anti-rape device.
did he feel the sound barrier? Did he feel himself go past sound?
I don't know. I assume so.
Because usually you get that weird like vapor funnel thing, like vapor cone on the front of stuff that breaks the sound
I think
barrier.
that's lower in the atmosphere. I think he was probably higher. I don't think there was enough atmosphere where he was to.
So
to
did he
create
then
that.
suddenly like start hitting atmosphere that slowed him down?
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah. Because I imagine pulling a parachute if you're going 700 miles an hour is going to be very painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
If it was full on
I think after
atmosphere.
a while he deploys a drag chute.
Right.
To like slow him down and stabilize him.
Sounds like it would hurt like hell.
Also, it was the most comfortable landing ever. It's just like up in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just land it like a pro.
Perfectly.
How
10
long
out
did
of
he
10.
fall? 10 minutes?
I think it was like 4.5.
Oh,
I
really?
thought they said 8.
Was it? I don't. Obviously, we don't know.
Somewhere between 1 and 10.
You know, it is funny though. Like he's the first person to break the sound barrier without any kind of mechanical device. But every time we achieve one of those barriers and we break them, there's always some part of the scientific community that has these dire predictions as to what will happen. Like we didn't think that people could break the sound barrier. Like a human could do that and live.
Right.
Until they did it. And then when they made the atomic bomb, there was a significant part of the scientific community, very small, but still small enough to be worried about, where they thought that the energy released in that explosion was going to light all the oxygen in the atmosphere on fire. So like the Earth would just catch on fire, basically, because the energy it was, and it's going on right now with CERN. Every time they fire that CERN super collider up, people are convinced it's going to destroy the universe.
Yeah.
So as he was falling, if he was to take off his shoe and like throw his shoe down,
Would his shoe?
would his shoe go faster than him?
Yeah, it's all relative.
So he could have, if he wanted to, he could have set the record for the fastest shoe.
Sure, he probably could have. He could have hopped
Thrown by a
longer too. Like the highest person to spit.
So say you have a gun and you shoot it towards the Earth while you're moving at 800 miles an hour
Go
towards
ahead.
the Earth. Does it double the speed of a bullet?
It would come out faster. I mean, you're still dealing with a lot of wind resistance. So I wouldn't know.
Well, you're dealing with as much wind resistance as he is.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the
If
speed
he's
of the
moving
bullet
that
would be
fast, a bullet
affected a lot.
definitely can.
Well, it's like when you fire. I think Mythbusters did a test where they did a thing where there was some myth that a bullet won't penetrate more than 18 inches or 36 inches
All of a
underwater.
sudden, back on the penetration topic.
I know, right? And so they tested that. They even used like the highest caliber sniper rifle,
Yeah.
like 50 caliber,
It sent the water into the ceiling, but it's still like.
but the bullet only went like 36 inches under the water.
Interesting.
They were testing
Really?
like a movie thing where people are swimming and
Around
like,
the bullet. Yeah.
But if you do it with light, it's always the same speed.
What?
Like if you shot a bullet, the bullet would be moving faster than if you were stood still. But if you shine a torch, the light will be moving at just the same speed as if you were standing still.
Because you're saying because the speed of light is constant
Because
and
the
not
speed of
subject to
light,
relativity.
you can't make light go faster.
Well, the speed of light is so great, you probably can't measure it anyway.
No, it's a constant. It can't be. Yeah. I see
Can
what
you? What is the slowest that light has ever moved?
Like if you take a light and you turn on the light and I turn on the light, the light approaches each other at the speed of light,
Right.
not double the speed of light.
Right.
Even though it's two beams coming at each other.
Why would it be double?
Because he's got one coming this way and I got one coming that way.
Well,
So-
why would that double the speed of either of them?
Well, okay, if a train is approaching another train, they're both going 60 miles an hour like this,
high
they're
school all
approaching
over
each other
again.
at 120 miles an hour.
Oh, in relation to the other one.
Right.
Right.
Right. So they approach each
approach
other
at a
still at
speed
the
of
speed of
light.
light.
So can you make light go slower?
What? Yes. Just for sake of argument, absolutely. I can do it. I do it
think-
all the fucking time.
Who has the record for
Can't
the
black
the-
holes do that?
What's that?
Well, yeah, I
Because
guess
light
they would.
can't escape.
Yeah.
So that it could make light slower.
You know, black holes are one of those things that's like, it's just like the way proof the universe just makes shit up as it goes. Because it's like, it just kind of like the black hole just fucks up all the rules. It's like, that's it.
No, we rely on the black hole. There's a black hole right in the center of the galaxy.
I have a theory about black holes. Ever heard my theory about black holes?
What's that?
What is
Why are
it?
you
My-
smirking like that?
My theory about black holes is that there is a level of technology that every advanced civilization achieves that then destroys that civilization. Like, let's say it is the CERN super collider. We start doing things that mess with the origins of the universe, and we get close to that, and there's a part of that process of discovery where you make something that then collapses your planet, collapses your solar system. So the black holes, I've always felt, were civilizations that prematurely ended their own solar systems.
So, like-
and they're like markers out there
Yeah.
of
Throughout
civilizations
history,
that were
everyone
more advanced.
eventually black holes themselves.
Right.
And each black hole is an example of a civilization that just went, oops.
It does seem like that as technology advances and everybody gets it, that eventually technology will destroy us because it becomes something that like is a discovery, like the atomic bomb. We're now to the point where we didn't have it a century ago, but now we're concerned that people are going to show up in New York with suitcases with them. But what if we take that to like biological levels, or what if we take that to like
Genetic level.
I mean, atomic is fundamental physics, but like something that just like rips a hole, and there's nothing we can do to keep people from using it. It's just some jackass decides he's going to destroy the planet.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think it'll be a
Scary.
man-made end to the Earth.
To me, it seems inevitable. Like that, you would have to say at some point as a civilization, we have to stop the scientific and technological discoveries that we're making. We have to stop, because if we don't stop, we're just going to tear ourselves apart.
Humans are too dangerous
Right.
with their own devices.
I mean, what happens if like we all have like you get petri dishes at home and everything like that.
Yeah.
We couldn't have access to that 250 years ago. But what if the technology for harvesting and refining viruses and bacteria gets to the point where like people are just doing it in their basement, and then somebody makes a virus that kills us all?
Zombies are going to be real.
So why is it always zombies? Why do you always go to zombies?
I feel like eventually there's going to be some sort of mutated humans that just eat other humans.
There are mutated humans every day.
But I mean,
That's
like,
how-
to the point where they're.
It's called bat salts. We already went through that.
Right.
We've already passed that
Yeah.
phase.
Dude, there's a video of a guy eating another guy
What?
on, I want to say it's a Japanese subway, but maybe it's just some Asian subway.
This is different from the guy eating the guy's face in Orlando, was it?
This is a video. This is a video of you're watching a guy eat another guy.
Why are you watching this?
It was on the internet.
It's on the internet.
It was on the internet. What are you gonna do? Gotta watch it. Yeah, it was a video of a dude eating another dude, and
You
everyone.
say it so casually.
ev-
What bit? Like the dude's
Gavin?
arm or what? The dude?
He's
was he
holding him
inside the
down
dude?
like on the seat. The guy's screaming, and he's like biting his face and biting his arms and shoulder. And the subway car is filled with other people. And what's going on? Oh, she's talking. The subway car is filled with other people, and what are they all doing?
Nothing.
They're all recording. That's what everyone does now. They're showing support by recording this and freaking out. But nobody's helping the dude who's getting eaten on the goddamn subway.
It's gotta be so frustrating if you're the guy. Like, for the love of God,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
eating
being
me.
eaten.
Please help.
All right, I don't understand how you can let a dude eat you though.
What if it's
He's fighting and losing.
Just like rip the guy's eyes out,
Right.
right?
That's my theory with
That's what he
animals,
was doing to
right?
him.
Right, yeah.
Okay, let me look up. Guy
eat
eats
him back.
other guy on subway.
Don't.
Wasn't there a video of the homeless guy eating the guy's face though? But
It was
you
from like
couldn't see
really
anything.
far.
Yeah, it was from like a
It was like a
bridge,
security camera.
but you could still see him like on top of him and.
Yeah.
Man eats another man on subway. Chinese man eats another guy on subway. Warning, graphic.
So wait, you're not gonna click on that, are you?
This video has been removed for violation of YouTube's policy on
Wow,
Wow,
shocking
it was on YouTube.
and disgusting material.
Shocking.
Live leak.
Did you
Man
hear?
eating another man in subway train? Yeah, here's live leak. That's got it.
Liveleak had that one of the dude walking past that truck and he stabs the tire
Oh,
of this giant
right.
truck and the tire just goes and, like rips his shirt off and floors him and he's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
He got killed. He got like injured by air and like
You're
bits
not
of
actually
flying
High
rubber.
pressure.
messed up, are you?
Don't. I don't.
Oh my
I
God.
don't see.
He's just
Obviously, that'll be on the link dump.
I
That looks
can't-
like a zombie movie, right?
I can't
he's
unsee.
just like no one's helping him.
No one's helping him. Yeah.
That's really disturbing.
It started over an argument over whose subway seat it was.
And you just started eating him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
just
fair then.
Totally.
You don't take another man's seat on the subway.
Totally.
What if it was the guy getting eaten? What if he was right? He's like, no, it was my fucking seed.
I like Gavin's
What a
response.
way to go.
Well, you didn't say that.
Did he die? Or was he okay?
Listen, if somebody ate me
right.
partially, I would just want to die.
Now,
I
If
wouldn't.
someone
this-
ate me.
Right.
Let's get this straight.
I understand it's
Be
a
done.
traumatic thing to see in a public place, but there's no way I would have let that happen. I would have just like punted the guy's head off.
Right.
Just like, stop eating him. He's nice.
Stop eating him.
No eating on the subway.
Yeah. It says no food or drink.
You can't do it.
That'll be the new sign, like, no, there'll be like a hamburger, no. Smoking, no. A man biting another man, no.
Do you reckon the guy was just that hungry where the thing
Maybe
that
they should
happens,
start allowing food.
the thing that happens in cartoons where you just picture someone like a drumstick
Looks like a
instead of their
ham,
head,
yeah.
like a big ham.
But it's one of those things that scares me because I've always thought that for something to be acceptable, it just has to happen. And I formed that theory when they had you guys probably won't remember this, but when they had the Monica Lewinsky hearings with Bill Clinton. And do you guys remember that she had a dress?
Yeah, the
And
blue
what the
dress.
deal with
Oh.
the dress was, the blue dress?
Jizz.
Yeah. So as the president's cum stain was on this dress, and she had taken it home and saved it. And then they brought it in it was part of evidence, and they introduced it. And I thought, okay, this is completely unacceptable that we're talking about the presidential cum stain. But it was just, once it was said once,
Presidentialcumstain.com.
it was totally normal to talk about it. And they were just like going back and forth about it. Well, it's like you test it, like you look at the shape of it, all that
Yeah.
stuff. And it was just like, this is not.
Mr. President, is this your pattern? Is this your handiwork
Oh
right
my
here?
God. It's just like, and like this, it is completely unacceptable that there would be a video of two civilized people on a subway train and one of them is eating the other one. And that shouldn't exist ever. But it is, it's out there. And so now we'll probably see another one,
Well, yeah.
or like 3 more in like a year.
Hope not.
What is it? I feel like this is also a new thing. Like, you didn't hear about people eating other people, but in the last
I'm telling you.
year or two, we've heard like
Zombies.
4 or 5 times.
Do you think maybe they just say like, oh, a guy got a fight and a guy bit another guy? And that's what it was just called biting back then. But now because of the whole zombie paranoia,
Yeah, but I
they
think-
say he's eating him.
But
I
like,
think Mike Tyson started.
there's a clear difference here, though. Biting is you bite someone and you're done. Eating is you're going in there repeatedly and biting this person over and
Taking
over.
chunks
Is that
off.
what eating means, or does eating mean swallowing?
I don't think it necessarily means swallowing.
I
Yeah,
think
it does.
it's different for a person.
You think so?
I reckon they were consuming each other.
So if you saw someone with a hamburger and they were biting it and then like spitting out the pieces, would you say they're eating it?
No.
Nah. If they're just like, ha, ha,
Yeah.
ha, like that, that's it.
They're like Cookie Monstering it. Like all the crumbs are going down everywhere.
Oh, did you see we were talking about the existence of, or the lack of existence of a sexy Russell from Up
Yes.
cosplay?
Yes.
But people have been sending us that now, I guess, there's a sexy Bert and a sexy Ernie
Yes.
costume that's out there.
There was a couple of podcasts ago, a long time ago actually, when I first started here, where I was talking about how I saw like sexy Cookie Monster or something, and you guys were like, no.
Yeah.
And now people are posting
It's
all
on.
those
I
sexy
can't-
Big Birds, sexy Bert and Ernie.
Can't wait for the sexy Snuffleupagus.
So I've
Real fast, I want to remind everyone that this episode of the podcast is brought to you by Onnit and their product New Mood. New Mood is a serotonin booster with L-tryptophan, which is designed to help you sleep, get more restorative sleep, and enter a better mood, more relaxed state. I've never had a problem falling asleep myself, so I take it, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help me with that because I can just fall asleep like nothing. I think we've talked about that before. But
I'm a power sleeper, dude. I can sleep in a heartbeat.
it's fantastic. Check out onnit.com/gaming. That's onnit.com/gaming, and use offer code Rooster, and you get 10% off of your order.
Yay.
So big thanks to Onnit and their new product. Normally we talk about their Alpha Brain product,
Their flagship
which
product.
is my personal favorite. But New Mood is also very awesome.
I've discovered something recently that I've actually got to the point where I don't really care about many things and I don't get embarrassed by anything. But there is something that I'm embarrassed about. I don't like people
Can't imagine what this is gonna be.
I don't like people to see me Shazamming a song.
Why?
Because I don't want that person to think that I don't know the song.
And?
I
That's
don't
not
know, just-
embarrassing.
like if there's like a well-known song, I'm like, what is this song?
You gotta stop for a second. What is Shazamming? I don't even know what that is.
That's
It's,
when
it's the app that you make your phone listen to the music and it tells you what song it is.
So if you're worried that someone will see you doing that,
Yeah.
and then they will know you don't know what song is playing on
Yeah.
speakers.
It embarrasses me. Like if I'm Shazamming something, I'll hide it. I'll be like, it's like,
But you're
But
not embarrassed about shitting
What's the
your
embarrassing part though? Is the embarrassing part that this is a shitty
ha ha,
song?
he doesn't know what this song is.
Really?
That's not embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know what. And also, some of the time, I just like a song. I know what the song is, but by Shazamming it, it adds it to a list
Yeah.
that you can then download later. So sometimes I'll be like, I like this song. I'll just suck it down my phone and then download it later. So it's like I'm tagging the song.
Who do you think would judge you?
I don't know. I just don't. If for some, it's like you.
You're like
when
me hiding at the
Yeah.
No,
hiding
I was
your
gonna
food order.
say, this seems like a very Gus problem.
Yeah.
I'm worried that you're not turning into Gus.
I actually had
Congratulations, buddy. Welcome to the
no,
club.
no,
made it.
don't do it.
I had a moment where I'm quite embarrassed about this. I was working on a music video.
You should be
in the
embarrassed by
UK,
that.
And the band was miming to their track while I was filming it, and I was like, who is this band? So I Shazammed them while I was filming them to see who the band was, because I didn't know.
Did
Who
they
are
catch
they?
you doing that?
No.
Okay.
That would be a lot more embarrassing.
It
Yeah.
was Kasabian. I didn't know what they looked like. Have you ever heard of Kasabian?
No.
Nope.
All right, well.
But I will love to see their video because you worked on it. You know, it's one of those things like you ever go to a party and you don't know someone's name, and like Gus, you go places with your wife, I assume.
Rarely, but yeah, it's been
With your
known to
Wi-Fi.
happen.
With your
Wife.
wife. Your wife and his wife. So it's this thing where you do when you're with somebody and you don't know somebody's name, it's always great because you can then introduce the person you're with to them. But I seem to go around with people who don't get that. And they're just like, oh, great to meet you. And they don't even bother asking the name
Yeah.
of the person I just introduced
Manners,
them
it's
to.
basic manners.
Yes.
I don't hear people's names. If I'm meeting someone, I'm so focused on saying my own name to them that I ignore what they're saying.
That's
so I'll be like-
narcissism. That's one of the tests for narcissism.
So they'll be like, hi, I'm Brad, and I'll be like, I'm Gavin, nice to meet you. And then immediately I just
Instantly.
didn't listen to their name and I don't know what their
I
name
feel
is.
like most people have that problem where someone will introduce themselves and you'll forget instantly
Yeah, I
what their
have
name
that
is.
problem.
I have
Normally,
a trick for that.
what's your
What is
trick?
it?
I say, like, if I come back to them later, I'll be like, so, do you have any nicknames or anything that you like to be called? Works like a charm. Or
That's
like,
not- that's not
or like,
obvious
do
at
you
all.
spell that the normal way or something like
Yeah.
that?
the
They go,
worst-
what, Jane? Yes. That's about the normal way.
That's when it backfires.
Right.
The worst is where the person you're introducing yourself to mishears your name and they repeat the name, but you think that's their name. Like I once went up to someone, I was like, I'm Gavin, and he goes, Darren. And I was like, nice to meet you. He thought my name, he was like repeating my name, so we both thought we were called Darren. But neither of us were.
And you know, it's
So,
like,
so he's like yelling at me on set, like, Darren, Darren.
you, yeah, Darren.
Why is he calling his own name?
I'm so confused.
Kevin's like, he's talking to you.
So the thing is about being on set is that I used to wake up at 5 every morning to go to work. So I'm half asleep when I'm meeting everyone. It's really bad when it's the director of something.
Gavin, you don't give a shit.
I don't, but
we had a
was
documentary crew in here last week, and
Oh my
Gavin
God, this is the
was
best story.
humiliated because we found out Gavin doesn't know the names of half the people that work at this company. It
Yes.
seems like.
yeah, well, I was being interviewed for this thing. And
Greatest. This is the greatest story.
people kept walking in the background, so the documentary guys would be like, hey, who's that? And I'd look around, I'd be like, hey, it's Kerry. And then someone else walked through, and they were like, who's that? And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I was like, dude with hat.
He looks so offended.
No wonder like, the documentary crew like talked about your interview specifically. They were like, Gavin was like deer in the headlights. Like he didn't know what was going
He
on.
embarrassed
He
the
didn't
shit
know
out of
anybody
himself.
at his company.
But I ran into that situation too the other day where I was downstairs in the morning, and the only other person there was Ray. And Ray went and signed for the package, and I walked out, and I said, "Is it for me?" And Ray goes, "I don't know, I don't know." And he like walked away with it into the Achievement Hunter office. And then the guy said to me, he goes, "What's his last name?" And I went, "It's and I realized I have no fucking idea how to pronounce Ray's last name.
Narvaez.
Narvaez.
I would have said Navarez.
That's what I thought it was.
That's what was on the tip of my tongue was to say Navarez, but I was like, it's not Navarez. So I go, Ray, how the fuck do you pronounce your name? And he goes, Narvaez. And I was like, okay, it's Narvaez. And the guy goes, can you spell it? I just walked to my office. I go, nope. And I just walked away.
In fact, I booked Ray's plane ticket for New York Comic Con, and I put Navarez instead of Narvaez.
Did you really?
Did he have
Last
trouble
name.
getting his ticket then?
No, he said no one even pays attention.
Really?
Like it's close enough. You get NA. Okay, done.
Yeah.
Hey, are you yet doing the thing at the airport where, what's that?
The Clear Travel
What's Clear Travel?
or the Trusted Traveler program?
Oh, yeah, are you on that?
No, I thought that's what you're doing.
No, that's called pre-check, yeah. No, it's the one where you have your phone and you use that
Not
as your
yet.
ID.
You know what's funny is I don't trust it. I've had opportunity to use it.
How do you not trust it? What does that mean?
Like
you don't
I-
trust anything. You don't
No,
trust
no,
cloud
the thing
saves.
is, the thing is, here's what I don't
Right,
trust.
right,
I don't
right.
trust that I'm going to give the phone to a screener and they're going to know how to accept it.
So what? You work it out.
No, I don't want to
Roll
deal
with it.
Then I have to talk to them. The thing I know that they always do, they're used to accepting the boarding pass. So I'll still print it out every time, and I'll show up with that, and I'll give it to them.
I don't trust
I've had it on my phone, like with the boarding pass, like, okay, this is my backup in case they can't figure it out, and I still can never bring myself to hand them the phone. I'm like, no, here you go. I always hand them the paper one.
You can't take it.
I cannot, I get really nervous about it.
What's gonna happen?
Like,
if you give them the wrong idea, you'll have to change into a different person.
I'm a very ritualistic person when it comes to traveling. Like, everything has to be done in the same order, the same way. I don't know. Or I'm just. That's
or the
way,
plane will
Just
go.
like
That's
you
the
know
way
it
I'm most
works.
comfortable.
If there was no
it's
one,
like that way I
and
know
true.
everything's been done. It's like a mental checklist. Where's all my stuff? You know,
Gus.
where's my keys? Where's my stuff?
if there was no one behind you in the line, would you do it?
No, God, no.
Really, Gus? I'm worried about you. I really am.
It just makes everything more efficient.
Gus, honestly,
I sound like a lunatic.
You're
I
a
am-
lunatic. You have the phone in your hand. You're like, I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna do it this time.
Nope. It's right there. I've done that so many times.
Do you apologize too?
No.
I can hear you going. Sorry, here, paper.
No. I don't even let them know that I've got it on my phone.
I am really happy that I know you because you're probably the most extreme person in terms of that kind of thing that I know, and it makes me feel better about myself.
He's the most extreme person in that regard that anyone knows. I mean, that's like
I thought I was-
borderline, like high
No,
level.
I thought I was shy
my
about
wife
some
knows
things,
that, like, when we get there, like, I'll park the car, I'll get out of the car, I'll get my carry-on out. Then, like, as soon as I lock my car, that's when I, like, empty my pockets for security. I always make sure I put my license and my boarding pass in the same pocket, and everything goes, when I take it out of my pocket, it goes in my backpack into one pocket. And I know, like, I organize it that way I know where everything is. When I clear security, I can get it all back out.
Do you also
God.
turn the light switch on and off 3 times?
No,
every day?
I've never done that.
Okay.
What, turn the light switch on and off?
No.
I had a thing the other day where I was trying to find my keys before I left the house, and I just couldn't find them. To the point where I was convinced they were no longer in the house. I know I drove my car to my house, my truck.
How'd you get in the house?
And I know I got in the house, I was there, but I couldn't find my keys anywhere. And I was so fucking angry after 30 minutes of looking for my keys that I was like, I wanted the meteor to hit the earth and kill us all. I was just I was done with civilization.
Using my systems, I've never lost my keys.
Good call.
I know where my
Fucking
keys
knock
are
on that
all the
table,
time.
Yeah, I've never lost my keys.
Yeah, I always put them in the exact same place. Like, if they're not in my pocket, they're going to go here, back.
They're just always in my pocket.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I've never been happier than when you left your phone in that
Dude,
cab.
I got,
Also, didn't you get to the UK and leave your keys in this hemisphere?
yes.
You goddamn idiot! You
Well,
you
no.
lied about that
Story
on this
is invalid.
podcast.
No, I didn't lose. Like when I came to America,
You knew where they
I
were.
didn't need my UK house.
They knew where they were. They just
It was almost a spit take.
I never needed my UK house key when I came here, did I? So I took it off my keyring, put the US keys on it, and then I just think, oh, I got my keys, flying
How
to
many
England.
keys do you have on your
I
keyring?
imagine UK keys are like huge skeleton keys. It's like it's a big ring. They have to carry like this through the hallways.
I have
Please, sir, let me in.
I have my front door key to my house and like 4 keys that Brandon gave me when I came here that I don't know what any of them do.
Just get rid of those keys.
Yeah. I'm
If-
thinking of just giving them to people who walk by the office. Just be
Yeah.
like, Come
I
in
had that
whenever you want.
solution with something else. I had that with clothes. I'll sort my clothes, and I do this thing where I turn the hangers the other way when I wear them.
You're a psycho.
That's
it's a system.
how you know if you wear
Yeah, my
them
stuff's a
enough.
system too, asshole.
crazy.
When you're crazy,
You're crazy.
you
No,
kill the
you're
system.
crazy.
I'm not crazy. No, I wear
Everyone
them.
is crazy.
I turn them all one way, and then I say, okay, over the next month when I wear clothes, I'm going to hang them up the opposite direction. And then at the end of a month, if all these clothes that I haven't worn, I'm just like, fuck these clothes. I don't want them.
You know what I do?
Oh, so it's-
is when I hang
get
everything
rid of
up, and when it comes time to pick clothes in the morning, I just pick whatever's on the furthest left.
Yeah.
And I just work my way down the entire row. That way, there's nothing I don't wear.
If you think you're crazy, I should tell you how my closet.
I don't think I'm crazy. They're idiots.
If you think he's crazy, you should see my closet. It's color coordinated.
Is
Oh,
it, do you have like? Is it in a rainbow?
Yeah, it rainbow
Does
order.
it start with red?
No, it will.
Does it start with
black
infrared?
Black and white are on either side.
I saw.
Rainbow in the middle.
I'll see if I can look
I'm
it
a
up
little
here.
insane.
Oh, I still got this Subway chomp fest
Stop
going
it.
on.
Get rid of it.
Chomp fest. I think of like the chain chomp from Super Mario Brothers.
So we'll put this in the link dump too. I saw a bookcase where someone had sorted all the books by color, and it was pretty goddamn cool.
Do you think that guy who was eating the guy in the subway was just taking Subway's slogan really, really seriously?
Eat fresh?
Subway, eat fresh? No?
Gross.
No?
No.
Did he
Nobody?
even bring like a George Foreman grill with him or anything? Just to.
Need some ketchup.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a ketchup packet here.
I do love that there's a guy in the world who's so bold he'll eat another guy in the subway, but Gus can't use his phone to show his ID. It's just like the difference between
I
you
see
and
that
that
someone agrees with me.
guy.
I'm looking at the Twitter stream here. It says, I'm totally with Gus on e-tickets. It's not that I don't trust the tech. I don't trust people. I just want to get through.
Chad
What's
Whittaker
gonna
got your
happen?
back.
I just want to get through. I don't want to be
It's
delayed. I
faster.
just want to get through security.
They're
I want to
gonna-
minimize that time.
They're
Do you
going to
feel
take
like-
your phone, they're going to do it, it's going to turn red instead of turning green, and they go, no, you have to live here now? Is that what's going to happen?
No, I just don't want to deal with being there. I just
have
want
to
be
live here now.
Do you
at the
think-
gate on the plane.
Do you think that if you traveled with 200 other versions of you, it would be the most smooth flight?
It would be the fastest
Yeah, right.
process ever to get on the plane.
Whoa,
I
that's really cool.
That
Yeah, this
cool.
is books sorted by color.
That's awesome. Looks like map colors or crayons.
It's cool. It's really, really cool. It's I'll put it in the link
Must
dump.
be hard to find things though.
Yeah, I don't have many red books in my house.
I don't have anything that I organize in any way.
Well, you also get dressed in the dark
I do get dressed in the dark.
that you inform us every day of.
Well, people always like take the piss out of like my socks or which shoe I'm wearing. Like, so I have been known to wear odd shoes completely by accident in the past.
Why do we have to wear matching shoes? Why is that a thing? Why can't we wear like a different shoe on each foot?
Well,
You can.
the heel height
Go
might
for
be
it.
different. So
What if it's the
it'll
same
say-
heel height? What if heel height was standard? And you could just wear
No one's stopping you.
Dare to dream, Gus. Dare to dream. What a utopia where heel height is
You could just
standard.
wear like different shoes. Why do they have to be the same?
Do you
That's
get
boring.
dressed and then look at yourself in the mirror and then go
No,
to
I
work?
never look at myself in
Yeah.
the mirror.
I would argue even if you're in bare feet, your feet aren't even. I mean,
Yeah.
your legs are uneven.
I think it's to do with your teeth.
What?
I
What
think
has to do
there's-
with your teeth?
I think there's something to do with like where your teeth meet. Like, do your teeth? If your teeth
Go
hit
ahead.
on one side but not another, I think your whole body drifts slightly. It's something like chiropractically.
Is it because you like orient your head differently?
I know someone who had this pain on one side.
I know that person.
And and what the chiropractor did was give them a little wedge, like maybe some paper that was bunched up, and put it on the side where their teeth didn't meet, because their teeth met on one side but not the other. And when they,
You say that like it's a thing.
When-
Does anyone else's teeth not meet on one side?
I think mine are all right.
Sometimes if your jaw is really off, your
But anyway.
teeth will go like.
Really?
So
Yeah.
they wedged it so that there was pressure on the
Sorry, your
side
teeth are
where
perfect.
there's never pressure because they never meet. So with the pressure in, they became stronger on that side of their body. Like the grip that they could have with their hand was a lot stronger. So
It sounds
I
like
think,
horse shit to me.
Sounds like total horseshit to me.
I think there's some relation there between dentistry and
Feet.
the rest of the body.
And the placebo effect? Yeah, I think there's some relation there.
Yeah,
So-
wow, I put this wadded paper in my mouth and suddenly I'm strong. I'm like Popeye and grab stuff. And I held this dude down and bit him. It was awesome. My teeth were perfectly level and I was so strong.
Then they use tinfoil and I can fly.
It's incredible.
You know, we have a friend of ours who is a chiropractor in Seattle. It was the girl, we talked about her before, lady, I should say.
It was the girl that she's the only person I know in Seattle,
Yeah.
and we went there and I found her in the street.
We're
Yeah.
walking down a suburban neighborhood street and we run into her. Anyway, she talks about the top cervix
The Atlas.
in your neck, the atlas, which is the C1.
Cervix.
Yeah, your cervical spine. It's right here.
Is
Pop
this
up.
not
No,
your
no, no.
cervix?
It means neck.
It's
So
also-
the
it's
neck
a-
of the uterus
the-
is called the cervix. It's one of my Latin and
also
Greek
the
elements of
cervix.
English.
Well,
yeah.
I just learned something.
So
new.
your cervical vertebrae are the ones that are in your neck, and like the lumbar and the thoracic ones, I guess, would be in the middle.
Jurassic
Anyway,
Park.
God damn it.
Barbara always has time to stick in some shitty pun. She always says, "You're so fast with such, you're like so quick-witted in the
Like,
worst way."
I
It's
love
like
puns, but goddamn.
Thoracic Park. So that top atlas, that very C1, that top vertebrae, apparently if you can get that adjusted, it like changes your whole life.
Yeah.
I don't know if I buy it.
I saw, she talks about, or our chiropractor friend talks about Atlas adjustments a lot and how they fix everything.
And she's a very slight lady. Like
Yeah.
for her to like manipulate that and like get that crack seems
She's
like
a clever girl.
clever.
Let it go.
I see Kayla Cromer says that her DVD video collection used to be in rainbow colors.
Whoa.
She used to do that?
Yeah. Kayla Cromer, of course, the person who made the teeth
Made our
couch.
teeth.
Or
Right, which I'm in the process of posting, and it's taking me forever because I'm doing it while I'm on the podcast.
God.
okay,
Couch.
well, I'll give you a break to do that. I'm going to
Hey,
read this little
Brando,
bit here.
if you can hear me, I just need a copy of the one where the teeth are closed, too. This is the international symbol for closed.
He's sending it right now.
Great.
And I'm going to read this while he's about to send it. Okay, Brandon, it's the same fucking thing. I'll remind you, this episode's also brought to you by the new Squarespace. Now, Squarespace.com is faster and easier than ever to create a high-quality website, blog, or online portfolio. Squarespace is a unified service for giving you everything you need to create and maintain a professional-looking website, from domains, design, development, hosting, and support. There's a lot of talking points here. Basically, it's a really great, it's an easy-to-use service where you can create your website by just dragging and dropping elements around. If you want to upload files, you just drag them into the interface. They go straight in there. Probably the coolest thing I saw is that when you drag an image, it creates 7 different versions of the image so that if someone's visiting it on a computer, tablet, or phone, it displays the appropriate sized image, resizes everything dynamically. It's really cool. You can check it out for free. I'm using it right now for free. And there's a video there you can check out that shows you all of the different features. It's optimized for mobile devices. It has great social media integration, so you can integrate Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus right into it. If you don't want to use templates, if you know what you're doing, you can just scratch all the templates, build your own thing from the ground up. So sign up for a free trial account. You don't even need to put in a credit card. If you do decide to purchase, use offer code RoosterTeeth10. Get 10% off your first year purchase. For it's either 10% for a month or 10% for a whole year if you prepay. So anyway, it's squarespace.com/roosterteeth. Use offer code RoosterTeeth10. It's really, really a cool, very high-tech website.
You know, one of the things we always talk about is the fact that when we got started, it was before like YouTube and all this other stuff that was out there. We had to build our own websites. In the case of even like back in the Drunk Gamers days, hell, I mean even early Red vs. Blue stuff before we hired Blake and Matt, we coded all of that stuff ourselves. We made all those web pages.
This service is so easy to use. My wife has a blog. That she used WordPress for.
Do you want to say the name of it?
No, because I don't want her to get all the traffic because I pay for overages.
Okay. There you go.
So we were able to export her WordPress site and then import it straight into Squarespace. And then you can like play with the layout. You're like, oh, I want the image to be, instead of the right side, I want it to be flush left. You like go into edit mode, you just drag the image over, and it dynamically recreates the page.
So it does all the HTML for you?
Yeah, you're like, oh, I want this text column to be wider. You make it wider. And it's really cool. I have no idea how something like that works.
A lot of like YouTube stars are finally picking up on the fact that they should have their own website, that they shouldn't rely on just YouTube or Tumblr or their Facebook or Twitter. You see, you don't have one yet, do you, for Slow-Mo Guys?
If you go to the slowmoguys.com, does it take you to your YouTube page?
Yeah.
See, that's actually
That's
not a
not
bad
bad.
way to start.
Well,
not
that's
a
the
bad
only
way.
place where I have stuff.
Yeah, but at the point at which that channel is getting huge. You guys passed 1 million subs.
Yeah.
How many total views do you have now?
100 and something million.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, so it gets to the point where it's like it's good to have a destination. I mean, something's always worked in Rooster
It was
Teeth's
weird. Like,
advantage.
it was all ones and zeros there. I hit 1 million subscribers, 100 million views, and I was the 100th most subscribed channel in the world all at the same time.
Crack the top 100.
Yeah.
Gavin, that is awesome, dude. That is great. That's a serious set of milestones right
Thanks.
there. Imagine 100 million views
Yeah.
that you film in your backyard. This is nuts, right? It's
Yeah.
nuts. But yeah. So I mean, we've always loved the fact that we've always benefited from the fact that we always had a .com site. So people always knew they could find us at roosterteeth.com or redvsblue.com. And it's like, it doesn't seem like that big a deal, but we've been around now for 10 years. So things like Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr they're great. But 5 years ago, it was MySpace and Tripod and
Yeah.
like all these other
GSA.
places.
All
Yeah,
that stuff
it just
goes away.
makes you worry about like we're all trying to build up Twitter followers and stuff, and that could be gone in 3 years.
I mean,
we don't know.
Or
It's good to own it and have a consistent destination.
Right.
Like with Rooster
Yeah.
Teeth, we can embed videos. It doesn't matter where the videos come from.
And any change you make is a change you decided on.
Here's what I always say, is that right now, somewhere in the world, Tila Tequila still has 1 million MySpace friends, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It was like a big deal, right?
Huge deal. She got a
had
million
1 million,
MySpace
right?
friends. Tila Tequila. She was like the biggest like MySpace made celebrity, and it's
That's
like
a nice word for something else.
There you go. But it's like it was very relevant, that she got to 1 million MySpace friends. She still has 1 million MySpace friends, but the world just moved on from MySpace. That's
Yeah.
just that's
Didn't
what happened.
MySpace Tom have more than that?
Now it's just her space.
Well, I'm sure he
and
did. He
that's
was
it.
friends with.
He was friends with
everybody.
everyone who signed up.
Yeah.
I think Dane Cook was like the big guy there, and like on Twitter. Do you remember who the big celebrity on Twitter was in the early days?
Tom.
On Twitter,
Well, I know Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher's big
Kutcher
on
was good.
Twitter.
Ashton Kutcher was the one. Yeah, it was him and CNN were racing to 1 million followers.
Yeah.
In the early days, and then it turned out that CNN on Twitter wasn't even CNN.
Yeah.
It was just some guy who wrote a bot that would repost the headlines from CNN on Twitter.
Oh, they didn't even own that.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, it was like CNN BRK or so, like CNN Breaking or something. And I think they acquired him. Like they paid him and they took over the account.
Yeah.
We were talking once about how there's just so many bots on the internet that they sometimes find each other and have conversations with each other.
Amazing.
Just like endless
I'm a
chats.
24-year-old girl from Florida. Winky face. Who are you?
It's like making Cleverbot talk to Cleverbot.
I love it.
Do you
Or have
think-
Siri talk to Siri. Have you ever done that
No.
before? That's pretty amazing.
I don't think it would be amazing. It's probably very awful.
Do you think it smells like Updog in here?
Stop it.
You're a fucking moron.
Did you really prepare that? You fucking idiot.
Are you
I'll see if
trying?
you would go
Are
for
you
it.
trying to make some jokes on this podcast?
No, I don't make jokes. What?
What do you think is your favorite Twitter account of all time?
There's some really funny people. Now look,
I'm
at
gonna go with-
CNN has 6 million subs, and CNN Breaking News has 9 million subs. 9 million followers.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know that was possible.
I think my favorite one is Samuel L. Jackson. Have you ever seen his tweets?
No, funny?
They're so funny.
I always liked Shaq. Shaq always made me laugh.
During the Olympics, Samuel L. Jackson,
Funny?
top-notch tweets. Yep.
I'll go with Kim Kardashian.
Wow, really?
What, you talking about best tweets?
Yes.
Best Twitter
Best-
accounts.
Ricky Gervais.
Oh, you said that today.
And I'll tell you why.
That
Oh, I
makes
tweeted
sense.
it today. I'm not sure what he's doing career-wise at the moment, but I think all he's doing is getting in the bath, sinking his head down to the water level and scrunching up his face, and then taking a picture of his face.
Does
And
he have multiple pictures of that?
As you do.
He does it every time he has a bath, and for some reason, it's the funniest thing ever. Whenever I see a new one, I'm just crying looking at the dumb picture of his face.
I'm gonna go fucking crazy looking for a photo of this closed mouth couch. I'm gonna go fucking crazy. I just want somebody to send it to me. That's all I'm asking. I'm gonna keep bringing it up until somebody sends me this goddamn photo. That's all I'm asking, please, for the love
Brandon,
of God.
I hope you're still sending that photo. Hopefully it'll be on its way soon through the magic of the internet.
I'm about to lose my fucking mind asking for this.
Man,
So hopefully they'll get that to you soon. Are you going to post
So-
that in the Rooster Teeth subreddit?
Yeah, no, because that I'm gonna post it in the gaming one because not many people are subscribed. You're not automatically subscribed to the Rooster Teeth subreddit.
I see.
And let's be honest, the people in the Rooster Teeth subreddit on Reddit, they're a little weird. I mean,
Just a
They
little.
can be a little weird.
they're a little strange. So yeah, we'll put it in gaming one.
Man, so there was that thing that that broke the other day about that Reddit user who got outed by Gawker.
yeah.
Violent
Acres.
Yeah, that's really weird. What do they call it? Doxing? When you release someone's
I don't even
personal
know.
information
but
online?
He posted some really fucked up shit. I was reading that article you sent us, and it was like underage photos of girls and
Jailbait and creep shots
There's also incest photos he would post,
What?
and apparently he was like a military dad and like
Yeah, it was a
kids.
really, really
So what
weird
happened to
story.
him? They found who he was.
So yeah, Gawker, I guess, found out his identity and wrote an article about him and posted his real name. And as a result, he lost his job.
good.
And it was interesting to see in the story how complicit the Reddit admins were in the early days with him. Like they viewed him as a respected user they could trust because even though he posted fucked up shit, he alerted them to other fucked up stuff. So they used him as kind of like a person on the inside.
They, like let him slide
Yeah.
in order to just gain access to all the other
Yeah,
ones.
and like when Anderson Cooper, brought up the Reddit jailbait subreddit, it was like a year or two ago, and Reddit came under fire for it, the admins gave Violent Acres a heads up and let him know what was going to happen and they were going to shut it down. So he like had an inside track on information there.
What do you think about that?
It made me lose respect for Reddit admins, honestly.
Yeah.
That they would rely on someone like that for assistance.
I'm surprised that's even allowed in like that big of a community to let that slide.
Because we run
That's
an online
illegal,
community
right?
as well. That's obviously not as big as that, but
Because
I don't think we would have ever let something like that slide.
No way, we censor those images instantly, and then.
But people say
ban
it's
the
free
user.
speech.
Right, I think every major social.
What does that mean? Because you have free speech in this country, and I don't
Right.
in the UK.
You can basically say anything you want as long as you aren't inciting a panic or that might be it.
But
So
what
was
if
he
it's
inside-
like-
threaten the president's life?
Then the president's life. Okay.
That's
Was
always
he
the weird- that's
inciting-
always the weird example?
Panic on the internet then? Like why is he not allowed to do what he was doing on the internet?
No, he was allowed, and he was doing it.
Yeah, no.
Right.
But a
stop it.
business can choose to limit free speech. That's a weird thing. People will always say, "Oh, they're infringing my right to free speech." You actually don't have the right to free speech in like a private business or anything like that. You don't have that right. It's that the government can't do it. But other
So-
people can bar your right to free speech all the time. Especially when you're like,
only
if someone
to
came on
the-
Rooster Teeth, we can censor them if we want to.
So,
The government
but
can do
only
that.
to the point of their job, though. You can't do it outside of the job.
What does that mean?
If I started tweeting about how much Rooster Teeth sucks balls, you could say, well, don't do that, otherwise you won't work here.
Yeah, but no. What I'm saying, Twitter could start deleting your posts.
Right.
They could do it. Or like if someone came on Rooster Teeth and they said, my next door neighbor Jim is an asshole, we could delete those forum posts all day long.
Jim might be watching.
Right. And we could say, look, we don't want to be involved with this. We don't have a problem with that, so we're deleting it. But the government can't keep you from like going out and saying Jim is an asshole, like on the street. You can't be arrested for that. So free speech really just applies to the government's right to infringe your ability to have free speech.
But if you're posting essentially child pornography, which is what this guy was doing, isn't that illegal? Like,
He was not posting child pornography. He was posting provocative pictures of underage girls.
How is that?
But the line they were walking was they would get these pictures from the girls' profiles on Facebook.
Listen, dude, it's a very
So it's
fine
just-
line, but let me throw an
And
example
creeper
at you.
shots.
So should Martin Scorsese be arrested for making the movie Taxi Driver? Because Jodie Foster was an underage prostitute in the movie Taxi Driver. No.
how old was she actually?
I think she was underage. I think she was 13 when she
Really?
played that part. Yeah, should he be arrested for making that movie? No, because it's artistic and it's an interesting movie. You know what I
I
mean?
think people
So-
get away with
it's
a
a
lot
gray
when
area.
it's artistic.
Autistic.
Oh yeah,
Well,
they
plus,
definitely.
I'm sure there was parental permission on her parents' part for her to be in that role.
You guys had that situation when you were filming that skit with Mega 64 where you were like doing something with a fake dead body in the woods.
Take it easy now.
Oh, right.
And
Oh yeah, the
cops came up,
fake dead body.
And you guys had cameras and you're like, oh no, we're just filming something. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, all right, carry on. Like, you just bring a camera with you to anything you want to do.
And suddenly you legitimize it. You're like, oh, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Well,
Yay.
Texas is like that. People who shoot movies are always amazed when they come to Texas and how you can show up with a camera anywhere and everyone's like, oh, this is cool. It's a movie. That's great.
Yeah.
If you try to do that in LA, it's a fucking nightmare all the time.
Yeah.
Like the people will hassle you. Cops will stop you and ask you if you have a permit to shoot.
I would imagine it'd be easier to film stuff in LA because it's
It
so
is.
common.
See,
No, but they
Where's
have, they
the,
have a permitting process. Like there's
Yeah.
a bureaucracy involved with it, and
Yeah.
that's when it gets more complicated.
When does it become a thing, though? When does it go from like, oh, I'm just making a video with my phone to now you're on a production and you need permission to do it?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't
Like,
know.
where
It's
do
a
they draw
fine
the limit?
line.
Like, say I'm making a movie on my phone, they wouldn't stop me for that, would
But
they?
if you're probably not, are you going to commercially release it? I don't know.
Or just use it for
If
your
you
own
just for your own
personal
use, I'm sure it's
benefit.
fine.
Yeah.
We got
So what if I
stopped
wanted
one
to-
time. We were in I think it was the last time I went to Australia. We were on a train in Melbourne, riding around the city, like public transportation, and I forget who it was. Someone in our group was taking pictures in the train, and the train driver stopped the train, came back and told us we couldn't take pictures on the train
What?
for security purposes.
Yeah, they're similar on the London Underground. You can't
Mm-hmm.
be taking pictures down there.
I was not allowed to take any kind of video photography at the customs checkpoint in Canada.
I remember that.
Yeah, because I got through the line so much faster than Gus, and I wanted to record him coming out, and they stopped me from
I'm
recording.
not really surprised by that.
Yeah?
Customs, I feel like anything involving airports or just processes of going back and forth, legal stuff, I understand that, but pictures on a train, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, that was like, okay, we're on our way to the zoo, but all right.
YOLO.
You know,
YOLO.
I have never
Train simulator, bitch.
smoked coal every day.
I want to smoke coal every day shirt so bad.
Every day.
Did you see the forklift one?
Yeah.
We got to link that. We got to link
Yeah,
that.
we'll
Two
totally link
barrel.
The best thing about the forklift one is at the end where it's like
Actual
speed.
We got to talk to, or Gavin and I used to talk all the time about recording stuff.
Well,
and I used to hate the fact that Gavin would record everything.
Yeah, I document my whole life because my memory is shoddy. But I've done this thing on my phone where it flashes if I get a text and stuff. And sometimes I'm holding my phone when I'm talking to someone and it just goes, and I like, delete that. I was like, no, I got a message. They think I'm taking pictures now.
That happened to you last night.
Yeah.
And you said it's really awkward if there's like a girl with like a skirt on and
Yeah,
you're holding your phone.
if my
by-
arm's by a girl with a skirt, it just goes, I look like the biggest pervert in
Disable
the
the
world.
fucking light then.
I like it.
It's annoying as shit. It's
I know.
annoying.
There's an easy solution here. Disable the light.
Disable the
You
light.
should always make, too, the most recent photo.
This could be my new cover.
In your
Hey, sorry,
camera
I
roll.
just got a text, baby. I'm taking a picture.
Isn't
You're
there a rule
posting that
that
on Reddit.
cameras have to make a noise, too? There was a law. Wasn't there in Japan? I
Yes.
thought?
Well, that was because, people were doing the up the skirt stuff.
Yeah.
That's so creepy.
So what's your issue with me videoing stuff all the
Just
time?
like, it's like,
I
I
don't know
think
what you
there's this
think.
notion that if you're in public, it's totally acceptable that people can record you or take your picture or video you. You know, it's just like, and I don't think that should be the case. I'll give you a good example. There was a an image posted on Reddit just this week, and it was my sister was walking by a fraternity house.
Oh,
and
right.
It's a photo of two people having sex on the balcony of some fraternity house.
Yeah.
And it's like early in the morning, and it's pretty clear they're both probably pretty drunk and all that. And then it's posted on Reddit, and then it gets voted way up, and everybody sees it. And in the comments, people are like, I recognize this place, it's in Purdue. And then they're like, oh, let's look at they put up the, one of the sororities, like, I forget what it's
Roster?
called. Yeah, it's a roster of all the people, and they're trying to identify the girl. It's like, that's too much. That's too much. It's like, okay, granted they're doing something they shouldn't be doing in public. The punishment and the public shaming of that is too fucking much.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't let that happen. And it's like,
Yeah.
for that person to post it on Reddit, they just think that's totally acceptable to do that. You know?
No, I think in this day and age, people shouldn't be doing that on a balcony.
Listen, I get it,
true.
but it's like, we've all done stupid shit in public occasionally.
Have you ever
And
used a super long lens on a camera and been like, wow, I can see this guy's face.
Yeah.
I can't even see him with my eye. He's like a blip, but I can see the details of his face. Just assume that a bunch of people have those whenever you go outside, and there's people watching you.
Or
And
they
then you
can
won't do
record
anything.
what you're saying to people and things.
Yeah.
Funny story.
Go ahead.
In, I want to say Seattle, the hotel I was staying at had a view of a condo where all the windows were glass.
I like where this is going.
I am not exaggerating in any way, shape, or form. There was a guy standing by his window, completely buck-ass naked, doing the whole stretch, like flexing his hips forward. I could see everything. And I'm just like,
I can see everything. What's that, the Patrick Stewart? Did you ever see the Patrick Stewart?
Yeah, and all her clothes fall off.
it
So that do anything
But
for
I've
you,
already
naked
seen
dude?
anything.
Naked dude?
not at all. But it was so surreal because I was like, I feel like this doesn't happen in real life.
I would do that.
But there's this guy.
You would really?
Yeah, fuck it. Put it
Really?
up there.
What,
I heard
just
the other
be
day you
naked?
wouldn't take your shirt off for something.
Oh, I wouldn't take my shirt off for pictures with the teeth bed.
You
Why?
took everything off for almost every other picture ever.
I didn't think it warranted it.
It was really?
Yeah, it's my artistic choice.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't be overexposing yourself.
Yeah,
literally.
if you put it out there too much, then it becomes like a.
Gus is usually our go-to.
Passe
Gus will
thing.
do anything.
Our go-to naked guy.
He totally is. He totally is.
Plus, like, I kind of got sabotaged. Brandon was like, "Hey, can you come over to the ice for a second?" I was like, "Okay." I showed up. He's like, "Here, put this cape on and take your shirt off. We're gonna take pictures of you." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I was in the middle of something. So thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that.
I love the stuff we did get on that teeth bed, though.
There was some good
Really
stuff.
funny. You
I
did
still
like
worked
that.
it. Yeah. So hopefully we'll see that soon. I think they're gonna cut together a video
I
of
hope
that
so. You're welcome, internet.
because we filmed it.
Yes.
But yeah, that teeth bed's been a big hit. So didn't you all have been filming fucking Let's Plays all goddamn day
Yeah.
in the Achievement Hunter office
We do
today?
3 a week now. Ow.
So how, like, you were in there for like a solid 6 hours today.
I'm exhausted today. We did one this morning and then one this afternoon, which went on for about 2 hours. I've got no voice left. There's a lot of yelling in our Let's Plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
It was
we
loud
can hear it.
Yeah.
And we can hear Michael cackling through the walls.
It's got to the point now where the Tower of Pimps is a trophy that we get in our virtual world, and we also have an actual real world Tower of Pimps that sit on our desk. And today I won the Tower of Pimps for the first time. Even though I
Spoiler.
came, yeah. Well, bring it on.
Just ruined
They
it.
don't know which video it's going to be.
Okay.
We've done like 7, but I was
It's
jumping
gonna
all
be
over the
the
room. I was so excited. I get the Tower of Pimps on my desk now.
All right, I just submitted to Reddit in the R Gaming subreddit. Creator of Hamburger Bed makes a teeth couch for the guys at Rooster Teeth, and I'm going to put this link in a journal on our front page.
Woohoo!
So hopefully that'll work.
Upvote.
I'll look over here. How you doing?
So what I don't understand about Reddit is,
Shut up. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
is you get the front page of Reddit and everything's got like 2,000 or 3,000 upvotes and stuff.
Right.
But how does the first person see it?
It's in what they
New.
call news.
Oh,
Slash
so everything
new.
starts in new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people listen. One
'Cause
time,
I swear,
Carrie,
like stuff I put on Reddit is just like one upvote and then nobody ever sees it ever again.
well, what happens is there's people
Post
who
better stuff.
I'm
Well,
working on it.
as people know you for stuff you post, they might
Oh.
start following you more
Oh,
and then
okay.
watching the stuff.
So I'm
that
just
you-
like I'm too new.
right.
Yeah.
Then you'll eventually gain the respect of the Reddit community, and you get more upvotes.
Yes. Karma, right?
Yeah, it's all about the karma. That's why I post on Gone Wild.
God damn it.
Is there a male version of Gone Wild?
You know, man, I gotta say it. Yeah.
There's lady boners.
Lady boners.
Lady boners. Okay.
Well, also Gone Wild, you can post mail, it just never gets uploaded.
Yeah, it never gets to the
ever.
front page.
You know, I gotta say that is like a new thing. I went to high school with hundreds, thousands of women. I never saw any photos of any of them naked. It seems like that's a thing now. It's like that just photos of, are there naked photos of you? Let me ask you that as a woman. Do you have naked photos of
No.
yourself? You don't have any?
I would never do. I understand technology so much that I know it's never a good idea because somehow it will get out on the internet.
When I was in high school, if I found out there was naked photos of somebody that I went to high school with,
You're welcome, mom and dad. By the
that
way,
would have been like off the charts, like that's a huge scandal, everything. Now it's like everybody has naked photos
Plus,
of
also
themselves.
back then, I mean, not to date ourselves, but we wouldn't have digital cameras. We're like, oh, check out this 4x6 I have of Stephanie from Homeroom.
We had Polaroids, man.
Polaroids.
Dude,
Look at this
Polaroid.
one.
I found a really disturbing subreddit the other day
Oh,
because
really?
someone alerted me of
Gross.
it. It's called Doppelbanger.
Doppelbanger.
It's where people post pictures of girls they know in real life or celebrities, and people seek out. Don't go to it.
No?
It's not safe for work.
Go for it.
And they seek out
They can
porn
choose those to cut
stars.
to it.
They seek out porn stars that look like the celebrities.
Wow, that is so
I gotta see
specific.
this.
And you know how I know about it is someone posted a picture of me.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I didn't check back to see if they found
Well, we
a
sure will
porn star.
now, I guess.
I was like,
Are you over 18? Yes.
Has anyone ever? When have you clicked no on that?
you typed it in wrong.
No.
Click the last link. If you're anything like me, you're actually meant to go here.
Oh.
There you go.
So you're on here somewhere.
I was on here.
Wow. Check you out.
I don't know if any of these are safe for work.
They're usually just pictures of the person, and then the comments are usually the
Help
porn
me
star.
out, guys. Okay.
So
Request to friends. So you okay?
So you
it's
put
just-
up a photo of a woman,
people
and then
you
the
know.
people go out and find a porn star who looks like the woman.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's safe to show. It's just a picture of two women.
It's like a totally. It's like how pervy can people get? How pervy can they possibly
Yeah.
get?
so
Don't
so-
put the women. We're just talking about. Don't put
sorry.
up people's images.
So wait, who's that meant to be then?
What?
Who's that meant to be?
I think it's somebody that guy knows.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's it meant to be? So like I would. Sorry, Barb. Sorry, I gotta use an example. I would put up a picture of Barbara, and then someone would find me a picture, a video of a porn star who looks like Barbara, so I can watch someone who looks like Barbara having
That's-
sex.
Well, how do you not understand what I was just asking you then?
You said who's it meant to be? They're meant to be them.
Yeah, so they try to find a porn star that looks like
You know
that
the word
person.
doppelganger?
Yeah, so that's not the picture of the porn stars.
No, that's the
No.
picture of the person they want to go find.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. Chill out, everyone. Be calm.
I understand stuff.
So yeah, that was a funny eye opener. The other day, I'm like, oh, this is.
I get very
it's-
aggressive when Gavin like questions me back. I don't know why that is. I have no idea. I'm sorry, Gavin. I didn't mean to get so angry.
Hey,
I'm channeling Jack.
Hey, Bernie, don't worry about it.
How's we go, brother?
I didn't see Jack at all today. I don't think.
Oh, lucky you.
He, we made him mad in the Let's Play today, so he stormed off.
Did he really?
Yeah, that happens.
He has to stop doing that.
Gavin put up. I know we're supposed to talk about Rishi stuff on here, but Gavin put up the funniest video for slow mo guys. That's easily my favorite slow mo guys video.
Which one?
With Dan and the condom, as you say.
Condom.
The condom.
He
On
put.
his head.
Oh, is
Did
that
you see it?
online now?
I put
Oh
it.
my
I just
God.
posted it
The
today.
fishbowl.
I laughed
I,
so fucking hard at that.
We once made him inflate a condom. Like you put it, you stretch it over your head below your nose, so you can inflate it by breathing through your nose, but you can still breathe in through your mouth.
Exhaling through your nose.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
But
Technicality.
then we did it with water, where we tried to find a way to fill a condom on someone's head with water. It took us a long time. The whole video is basically us trying to figure out how to fill a condom of water on his head. The slow mo is like whatever,
Yeah.
but it's pretty funny.
His hair looks awesome. Like
Yeah.
before the condom falls down from the weight of the water.
Yeah.
It like inflates and stays on his head, and his hair's like wavy.
It's like,
like-
slushing.
His
Yeah.
head's underwater. It's like something out of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so great. It almost looked like something out of like a 70s
The thing
sci-fi
is, like,
movie.
it was all pissing out of the condom, so he could only breathe through his mouth, but all the water was flowing downwards past his mouth, so whenever he would take in a deep breath, it would just suck all the water in, and he couldn't breathe. And that's why I was having such a good time making that
It was
video.
funny because he's complaining the entire time, like, I'm dying, I can't
I can't breathe.
At one point, he sits up, and he's like, I can't breathe. I'm like, sit down, get back in the frame.
Then after it
Put it
popped, he's
back on
like,
his
"That
head."
was the worst," or something like that.
You made fun of it.
Laughing. He sounded like such a pansy.
Like, that was the worst.
That was bad.
Do you think that feels like you're drowning when that's happening to you?
It's probably
I don't know, I'm
similar to
not-
like waterboarding.
I'm not dumb enough. Oh, where they, like, put the rag over your head
Wait,
and then throw water in.
continue. You're not dumb enough.
Hey, Barb, you're going to explain to me why I can't update the main page? Right there? That's all I do. Check that
Yep.
and check that, right?
It takes a minute to kick in.
Okay. This is a problem we've always had with the website. Or, I mean, it's not a huge problem.
There's no
But
problems with our website. It's absolutely perfect.
It's great.
in
But one of the
every
things
shape
that happens
or
is
form.
we make front page entries. We make them in our journals, and then they get pushed to the front page. But invariably, I always make a typo or something or a broken link or some goddamn thing because I never preview. It goes to the front page, and then to change it, it has to go through 5 minutes to update it. Like does like a rolling thing where
It's
it'll
like
update.
the caching
Has
thing
to
on the front of the website.
Right. And so my mistake just kind of hangs out there for a little bit. So I just put the link up to Reddit on there. So if you want to see the pictures of the Rooster Teeth couch made by Kayla Cromer, you can go to the front page. That'll take you to Reddit. That'll take you to the pictures.
Yes.
Hopefully all that
Woohoo.
makes sense.
And we enable extra caching on the nights we do Red vs. Blue releases, and actually on the nights we do live streaming podcasts.
Oh, so it goes to the website goes to what we call slow mode.
Yes. So
Slow mode,
we
guys.
we expect more. We know we're going to get more traffic, so we enable extra caching to handle the traffic.
So
No, it's not.
you want to talk about video games?
I would love to, because I've been playing the shit out of some video games.
You've been playing the shit out of XCOM.
Yes.
I've been playing the shit out of Faster Than Light, that game you talked about.
So you're converted.
That game, fuck that game. It's like you got to go through 8 stages, right? You go from star system to star system, and you have to go through 8 like small galaxies or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck they are.
Systems.
Systems. And I get to like the 7th system, and something kills me every time. I just want to finish the game.
Have
one
you
fucking
have you
time.
have you reached the last boss?
Boss?
Oh,
No.
Never mind.
Yeah, fuck. No, I haven't.
I've reached. Okay, a little bit of a spoiler for you. You get to the final galaxy.
Yes.
And then
Uh-oh.
there's
Cover your
more
ears, children.
stuff to do to reach the last boss.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not even to that stage yet. God damn it.
I like it
It
when
sucks. And it's that game is fucking brutal. Like the first few times I played it, I was like, oh, I've played a ton of games. I don't play this on normal.
No.
Nope.
No.
On easy. I still have not beat that game on easy.
I
It's
really
a really
like
simple
games.
game. It takes like 20, 30 minutes to play a full game. So
I like games where the thing
I really like games.
I like
Gavin
games.
Free.
I like games where the thing you think you're working towards happens like halfway through the game, and then you still got so much stuff other to like Fable 3, you become king or queen or whatever like halfway through, and you still got so much more to do. I like that kind of
Yeah.
thing. It makes you think you're at the end, but there's extra content.
That's like a whole other thing. Yeah, I've been playing
I'm-
XCOM like fucking crazy. I'm totally addicted to that game. It's like someone read my mind about what kind of game I like to play and then made it.
I heard Dishonored is really good.
I have that. I have not even opened it yet because I've been playing
Yeah.
so much XCOM.
I'm looking forward to Hitman.
That's coming out soon, isn't it?
I guess.
Yeah.
Hitman and Halo 4. Hitman. I don't know what the new one's called. The new Hitman. I'm really looking forward to it. It's one of my.
I
it's
hear
like,
it's going to be a hit, man.
Jeez.
There you go.
That wasn't even a pun. Was that? What was that? What is that?
That's like going up to Joel Heyman and saying, "Hey, man."
I did do
You
that.
did do that.
The moan. You don't have to moan. Just stare her down. That's what I do. She's in the
Awful.
joke in the office. I just go. I just don't break
Okay.
eye contact. I just-
We should. The
That
next
just makes
time,
me more satisfied.
She's like. Then she goes into this. Do what is it? Do your thing. That's it.
the next
I don't know
time
what that
happens,
is. What is that?
We should all just get up and walk away. Just like walk off. That's the end.
I had a lunch that I bought simply because the title of it was Bon Appetit.
Oh my god. That lasted. The Bon Appetit puns lasted for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. She would show up my doorway, going, "I'm about to eat Bon Appetit." Oh, it's like get the fuck out. Bon voyage. Take it
Oh
out.
my god.
Take it out, Barbara. I can't stand it.
But I would hold it by your door and then do a jig with it in my hands and then go eat it.
Have you?
Ben
I'm,
Ben updated the website for me, so thank you, Ben.
Okay.
I love you.
I'm gonna go back to FTL for a second.
Jump
Have
in.
you unlocked other ships yet, or are you still just using?
I have
the
unlocked one ship. It's a piece of shit. It's a big square. Fuck that ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's FTL?
It's a Steam game where it's like it's basically like a simplified spaceship simulator. We have to fly from one end of the galaxy to another.
Yeah.
And along the way, you fight people and you manage the people and the systems on your ship. You're like, oh, I need more power and shields. I need to build a better gun.
I started to record a Let's Play in it because you could do it one player, and it's like the filthiest thing ever. Because I'm like, this fucking thing, click this piece of shit. I was channeling Michael the entire time.
One of the
so angry.
one of the things I like most about that game is if like there's a fire on your ship,
Fuck those fires.
you can open the doors to the vacuum of space.
Right.
And
Does
it
that-
removes all the oxygen from those areas.
that put out a fire?
And the
Yeah.
fires go out. But if you have anybody in those areas, they die too. So you need to make sure you move them out.
It doesn't suck them out for whatever reason, but they do die of oxygen deprivation.
Yes.
Do you ever play a game called G-Police? Did you ever
Chief
heard-
police, no.
All right, never mind. Yeah.
So something else I want to talk about is we went to New York Comic Con, and we did a little bit of a hint at an upcoming show called Ruby,
Yes.
And we'll be talking about that a lot more in the future.
So excited about it.
Yeah. It's pretty much a thing that Monty envisioned, and we're all helping Monty make the show. And so it's been in the works.
Did we tell people how to pronounce it at New York Comic Con, or is that the first
No,
time they've heard?
that's why I said it today, because there was some speculation over what
It's
it
one
was.
of those.
It is not related to any other Rooster Teeth production. It is not a sequel
new.
to Red vs. Blue. It's nothing like that.
Just
It's like a
how
cool style thing. Like immediately you notice the style.
Yeah.
You like.
Yeah.
You make comment on the style of it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's
I like it.
really, the animation is awesome, and I just revealed that it's animation, but it's Monty, so
Whoa.
go figure.
Well, I mean,
We
postcard.
we plan to show perhaps a teaser of it at a big milestone coming up, which might be related to the end of a current show that's running, current season.
Current season,
I gotta be
yeah.
careful. Every time we talk about the end of the season of Red vs. Blue, you always have to be careful and make sure we're not.
just
like,
refer people to Are You Making More Red versus Blue?
Are you
.com.
making more Red vs. Blue.com? Right.
The answer
Sweet
is
one.
yes.
Last thing I want to talk about before we leave: Walking Dead season 3 has begun. Anybody watch it?
Nope.
It's fucking badass.
I'm getting caught up on Homeland right now.
Fuck that. Are
Didn't
you
that
really?
win a whole
Have
bunch
you
of
seen it?
Emmys?
No, it's one of those shows. I didn't see it, but I was at the Emmys, and it won like everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how I found
I'm
out about
bitter.
it. Since it beat Breaking Bad, because Breaking Bad
And
I-
Mad Men.
I thought was awesome that season. So
Yeah.
I thought if something beat Breaking Bad, it's got to be awesome. I got to watch it. And I'm like halfway through season 1 of Homeland at this point, I think.
Are you also watching Hatfield and McCoy's?
No, I can't bring myself to watch that.
That kept winning a lot of awards too. What about anybody watching Revolution?
No.
I want to watch that. Apparently, it's a show about if electricity just went away or
I'm
electricity
just,
just stops working.
I'm done with TV. I can't do it.
Can't be bothered.
I just don't have time to do it.
No.
I like how you say
What are
you
you doing?
can't do it.
Yeah, why are you so busy? You leave here at
I'm
5.
just hang-
What happens after 5?
Hang out, a few bevs.
Has a wank.
Don't wank. I never do that.
Never ever. You know what I discovered? I now measure my social life going really well. Is that I'm spending more time in text than I am on Twitter. Like I just don't like Twitter. I don't care about.
I definitely have waves of Twitter where it's like, oh look at, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but I'm like more interested in talking to people directly, as opposed to talking to a bunch of people.
Like I'll make a tweet and then I don't care what anyone says about my tweet. It
And-
makes me really not want to use Twitter at all.
And you would never read your feed, right? Like unless it's directed to you. Like you read all your replies, I bet, but not everyone you follow.
I don't even read all my replies.
Do you really?
What's
No.
the point of
You're
even
a cunt.
following
It's
anyone?
narcissism. We already established this.
So I'm a narcissist.
Yeah, you're very self-involved.
I'll take it.
Sure. I'll take it.
I
Does it come with a
guess, I
medal?
guess it's good enough for Gavin Free.
All right, since we're talking about Twitter, let me go to Twitter right now and say people are on Twitter saying they love Revolution, that we should watch it. What is this big secret shindig you keep talking about?
Huh? Who?
Sailor Tweak wants to know, why do you tease us? What is this big secret shindig you keep talking about?
Nothing.
What shindig are we talking about? I guess maybe we're talking about the thing
When to
coming up.
premiere the new show?
Oh, well, you know, the season of Red vs. Blue is coming to an end. There's been some speculation about how many episodes there are in the season. There are 22 episodes. There's 3 left.
I think Matt made a post on the front
Yeah.
page about it today.
He did. We
The
wanted
last
to
episode
clear that up.
Airs on November 5th, which
Correct.
is a Monday.
Because now we're in 19 territory where
What was
seasons have
season
ended
one?
between 19 and 22 episodes.
Season 1 was 19, wasn't it?
19.
Yep.
Yep. And I think one of them was 23.
Season 2 was also 19. Season 3, I want to say, was 23.
Was that it? Okay.
Season 3 was our longest one. And I think season 10 is longer now, correct?
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that.
Season 10, I believe, is longer than season 3. Yep.
Yeah, season
It's
3
very
was
long.
our crazy one that we thought would be the longest thing we ever made.
Season 3, I liked it.
Gavin, someone's claiming you just gave away the who wins the next Let's Play.
Is it the next Let's Play?
Or
They
is it
don't
one?
know,
Or is
because they
it?
recorded several today.
Yeah. They don't know.
All right, well, I guess we've been going for a while here. I don't know if there's anything else anyone wants to talk about, but we should probably start thinking about wrapping up here.
I'm going to go get a drink after this.
Yeah, where are we going for
I wrote a hit play.
I'm going to go to Red Shed and get a drink.
Red what?
Red Shirt.
So they went out, Barbara and Kara and Allie Bakes. Allie, you want to come out and say hello? Want to just wave?
She's holding.
Oh, look, she's holding a bunch of stuff. So,
Always
Allie, we'll have to have you come say hello in the next podcast. But so, Allie Bakes and Barb and Kara all went out to drink.
Ladies.
They took a photo. Joel and Jack have been to that bar 20,000 times.
We can probably say what bar it is.
Woodrow's, right across the street from us.
That's the one where you have to have every drink and then they.
That's
put you
where
on.
Yeah.
Joel
The-
intercepted.
They
the-
told the
Jack's
story
play.
about the plaque and all that. They've been to that bar, I mean, at least 50 times, for example, to get that plaque.
Oh, yeah.
Woodrow's, couldn't be bothered, didn't care about him. These three go to the bar once. Woodrow's tweets about it. Like they said, thanks for coming to the bar.
That's the thing I think
Really?
about. Like,
Yeah,
they
we
got
posted a picture of all three of us being like, yay.
but it must be weird for the bar. Like, if 3 people go out and between them they've got like 70,000 followers on Twitter.
That's what we were
That
wondering.
must be a big deal for that bar. It's like, what's up with these
Do you
people?
think they look at the followers of the people who they tweet to, or
Sure.
not?
Maybe checking clout scores.
Because I was trying to figure this
Maybe.
out. Like,
I think the likelihood of them checking that follower
Yeah.
count goes up when it's you three. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, they might click through your profile.
When it's the ladies.
I feel
Right.
like most companies would just assume, just like everyone else, maybe
But this is something-
80, 90 followers.
something
I
I've
think
never.
the 95% of Twitter accounts have less than 100 followers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing I've never been able to figure out. Like, as a regular human, how many followers is
Not like Gavin.
How many followers do you
the
have?
narcissism for Gavin is off the fucking
Yeah.
charts.
As a
today.
regular
But I never had the
human.
reference. I signed up. I'm like, oh, I have a Twitter, and then it had 4,000 followers in a day.
Go ahead.
I mean, that's.
He's never lived
Just
a regular
fucking
life.
Dig that hole. Go ahead. What else, Gavin?
What are some of the common people annoys you?
Hey, Gavin, when you bought a wallet, how fast did it fill up last time you bought a wallet? Was it instantaneously?
How's that Aston Martin going?
Yeah. Anything else?
I want to congratulate you, by the way. You didn't stick your finger in that beer bottle this
I
week.
didn't.
Thank you.
I learned from my mistakes, Gus. I won't be talking about Twitter followers next week.
Hey, Gavin, last time you
All
bought a
right.
pair of pants, how long was it before a woman ripped them off? Was it like a minute?
Speaking of pants, did you check out his jeans?
Gavin
Alright,
has
so
super tight pants.
This is all right. This
Can
is
you
something I
explain
suffer
these
with.
jeans?
Yeah, the other day I was drunk and I was looking at my jeans. There was a hole in them. I was like, I should buy more jeans. So I go online and I drunk order some things. They come and it's like the skinniest jeans in the world.
Yeah.
This is
I
pretty
took a
tight.
picture of him before the podcast.
Actually, I used to
to
wear skinny jeans until my ball had to be cut open, and then
Can I ask you a
I
question?
needed the freedom.
The fact that his
You want-
wallet shows up
you wanna show
clearly
him
and
off?
his phone shows up clearly.
But nothing else shows up clearly.
Nothing else is really showing. Oh, Gavin, I
Bit
can
of a
see
wallet.
I can see your patch in the back. Get
My
out of
patch.
here.
Like that.
Yeah.
Phone. Oh, my phone's there.
Dead ass.
Do you shave anything at all? Do you trim anything?
So
anything
right,
at all?
right now, where your beard is, have you trimmed a beard line or anything? Or is
I'm not
that
asking
like
about
a
his beard.
natural-
I give a
shaved
shit about
that.
his beard.
My chest is like a fucking mat.
Are you asking if he trims his?
Yeah. Does he do you do any grooming? Because you are a hairy motherfucker.
I'm the
believe it's
hairiest
called
person I know.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Manscaping.
But do you do any manscaping?
Manscaping.
Do you do any manscaping?
I didn't make that one up.
I have been known to. It's like just to be considerate.
Sure.
Do you trim the garden or do you uproot the garden?
I don't ever
bomb
uproot.
garden?
I don't want to look like a baby.
No, you don't.
You know, little baby dick?
Yeah. The tiny penis really sells that.
All right. Well, now we can't talk about where we're going to eat after that. So maybe we should just call it a night.
All right, well, let's call it.
Everybody, I posted the link to the couch. I want to thank Kayla Cromer for making our awesome new Rooster Teeth couch. That thing is awesome. We'll show you a video of it where it actually like, opens up on its own via remote. Be on the lookout for Monty Ohm's new show, Ruby. We'll have more information on that later, and we hope you enjoy, of course, all the awesome Achievement Hunter content that we make and the final episodes of Season 10 of Red vs. Blue. Hope you like them.
Yes.
And buy this
And
merch this week.
Big thanks to everyone who stayed late, helped us out with podcast production.
Yes.
You guys are awesome.
Hey.
Thank you to all the crew behind the camera and in the control room over there. And on that note, I think we should call it quits.
Merry
Everyone,
Christmas.
thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week, next Tuesday at 7:30.
And
And
Happy
thanks
New
for
Year.
listening.
And thanks for listening as well.
Crane shot.
Bye.